Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to our channel. Hey, Obodo fam. Impromptu show here. Welcome everybody. Hope you are all right. I thought I was going to see you guys tomorrow, but you know what? Here we are today. Thanks to everybody that can make it. Neka. If you follow me on Instagram, you always know when I do have, shows that are not announced. Instagram is the best way to know what I'm up to. If you're on Instagram, make sure you're following me. Welcome, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening. Achowe Saloto. How are they? Senu de Zua. Senu de Aiki. Yeah, they. How are they? Timothy, you are here. Let me speak the small outside I understand today. You know, it's me and you are not two alone that understand this our small. It's me that understand this our small outside today. Cynthia, how are you, darling? I didn't see you yesterday. You didn't know I had a show yesterday. What were you doing? What were you? Were you busy having a good time? Because I know you're an enjoyment officer. I'm the minister, you are the officer. Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome. So we're going to meet tomorrow. Some of you were not here yesterday. Brother Patrick, not Brother Patrick, Brother Ernest was here yesterday. Yesterday's show was very good. But like we said at the beginning of that show, it's not the type. It's not like today's one. It's not sensational. Somebody no buy. Today somebody buy. So I know some people go there interested to know. Chai, AK is my hobby. I love to do AK. Welcome, all the AK lovers. All the gist lovers, welcome. How are they? Please give us a thumbs up before we go into the show. I was just scrolling on my Instagram this afternoon and I saw this story and it's something that I feel we need to talk about and discuss. Actually, there was a video I recorded a while ago. Oh my God. I can't get to everything. God have mercy. I need a personal assistant. I need a PA. All my PA, they are trying, but they are far. I need the one that will be with me and be helping. A couple of months ago, a young friend of mine she's from Zimbabwe, was telling me, she's a nurse here in the UK, was telling me about she went to a party. She was invited to a Nigerian party. And they told her that she was hearing the story of this woman that dropped. She just dropped. They say she's been working all the hours, not resting, in between shifts. Anytime we have these stories, for some reason, it's always centered around healthcare workers. People who work in healthcare. Yeah, so I think we need to literally start taking this. In case you are not taking this serious and you're thinking it can never be me, I pray it can never be you, but it can be anybody if you don't look after yourself. So before I ramble on as I usually do, let me just give you the update about this story. This woman that you're looking at is called Uju. That's her name, Dickiness Uju Onyenyili. Uju Onyenyili. She lives, according to the report, in Baltimore, Maryland, the United States of America. And what had happened is that this auntie has been living on her own. The reports are saying that she lives alone. She no get family for there. Be like say her children and her family are in Nigeria. And she's been working. So the story about her work is something I'm going to talk about differently. Her work life or work ethics or whatever. I'll talk about that separately. But the basic of the story is that they say this auntie, if I say get accidents, can't go house. As person will just go house, go lie down, not take am serious. Unfortunately, my people, this auntie delete. You just delete for inside house. So the worst part be say for 2 whole weeks, they don't know. Nobody knew. Say this woman don't delete for inside house. They say now when it come they smell, when the thing come they smell, in body come they smell, now neighbors come they say, ah, wait till this. Hey, Jesus. Ah, God, Ọlọ́run ṣàánú, Jesus, Lord, have mercy, have mercy. There's a prayer my mother used to pray when I was a kid. When she's going out in the morning, she would say, Lord, as I'm going out to look for what to eat, what will eat me, don't let it locate me. It's a very good prayer. We should pray that prayer. The way we have come to Obodo to come and to survive, to find sustenance, to make our families, make our lives better, do right by our family, that the Lord should watch over us. We too, we need to watch over ourselves, my people. This woman wanted to look for screen, so they say delete 2 weeks. It is her house. Nobody knew. 2 weeks. 2 whole weeks. So the part of it I want to talk about, I'm going to talk about the work life, Oyibo calls it work-life balance. But I also want to talk about isolation in the abroad. Everybody who knows me in this platform knows that I'm always saying that there's no way I'm going to be old and stay in this country. If I have my way, God give me the grace and the strength. I don't want to grow old in this country and stay here, because what I fear the most, as much as we are thankful for having a great life, having the opportunity to raise our families and work, provide for ourselves and our families back home, this place is too isolated. The isolation is too much. The loneliness is too much. It's just too much. It's too much. Guys, please give us a thumbs up. We really have to discuss this. And I think this conversation is something we need to have over and over and over. Because like I said, a few months ago, the same thing happened in the UK, but I didn't get around to it. I recorded that video with my colleague. I say my colleague. She's my friend, a Zimbabwean girl. She's a much younger woman, sweet girl, was telling me because she's a nurse. I recorded it, but I didn't even have time to post it. I will post it maybe this week. You guys, if you look out for it, you'll see that video. I try and edit it and post it. So the basic thing is the isolation in the abroad. As Africans, we come from communities that are open societies. Okay, I know it's changing now, because you know our people, we always think that anything that is foreign is better. Anything that is Oyibo people are doing it is better. So gradually, and very sadly as well, what I'm beginning to see whenever I go to Nigeria is that Nigerians are actually moving towards this way of life now. I mind my business. It's me and my family alone. They are not there yet, because obviously there are more people, and generally people greet in Nigeria. Everybody knows their neighbor. You talk, you visit, you share things together. There are lots of social activities. So the social isolation, when somebody says they are lonely in Nigeria, I just wonder, why? How? The kind of loneliness you experience in Nigeria, maybe you are lonely with intimacy. Maybe you don't have somebody to be intimate with. But if na human interaction, okpo, you just need to stand in front of your house. You go gist, your mouth go dey pain you. And that's the beauty of our society. Back in the day, I don't know how it is now. And when we were students, just enter a bus. Ordinary strangers where you know now, the way I go begin the gist, immediately they will think nothing saying I don't know each other forever. People are open. But for this obodo oyibo, you even greet your neighbor, say you go carry nose up and down. You go carry your nose up like this. You go even no go want answer you. Some oyibo know they like to relate with with us. Sadly, it's true. Yeah, so Nneka, you said she's dickiness. Apparently, I was looking at her Facebook because somebody posted something. Let me show you what somebody posted. Somebody posted something on I saw it in the blogs, but I think it was initially posted on Facebook, right? I think it was on Facebook where somebody posted something and said that the authorities are looking for anybody that knows her, right? They say, I beg, who know this woman? So they posted it on Facebook. Okay, let me show you guys. Yeah, this is it. So this was the post initially that they said that they are looking. Okay, why is it not showing? Okay, I'm doing the wrong one. I think I'm doing the wrong one. I beg your pardon. Okay, that's it. That's the one. They said the authorities are looking for anybody that knows this woman. They don't know. Because apparently what had happened is that after she don't buy, they inside house 2 weeks, nobody. So nobody, no. But when she come begin the smell inside house, now the neighbors can't call police. Police can't come, they can't break door, enter. So when they entered, they now saw what had happened that made the woman don't delete, you know. I mean, when I think about it, for somebody to delete like that, oh my God, it is the saddest thing ever. May somebody just buy like that. Oh my God. So I looked at it and I was like, oh my God, how can this be? But again, it happened. Oh, you both they buy like that all the time. So it's not something that is so hard, it's not far-fetched. It's all about the community, how the communities are over here. It's not, we don't have communities whereby neighbors are into each other's business. Any day on a scene, I greet. That one are even people where they greet you. The ones that don't greet you, everybody wakan you. I said it one time that if you live long in the abroad, you stay 10, 15 years, even to greet self no go master you again. Honestly. You won't be used to greeting strangers because you know where we grow up from. Growing up in Africa, you greet everybody. I don't need to know you. Anybody I see, I will greet. That is the normal thing. Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma. That's how we live our life back home. But here, it's not like that. You even greet and there's some no go answer you. So when you get used to it, you know go sabi greet again, no. So you can imagine. So this Uju woman, she looks like a woman that will be in her 60s. I suspect that she's in her mid 60s. So the person that posted it said that the authorities are looking for somebody that knows her. Let me see here. Is this person that posted it? Somebody called Joey John. Yeah. Now she posted them. She said authorities are looking for anybody that knows her family. If anybody knows her relative, please come forward. This message, send it to them. That is states, that is Maryland. They say she lives in Baltimore, in Maryland, in the US. They are looking for her family or friends, anybody that knows her. So the story is that she had an accident a couple of weeks ago. According to her neighbor, her car needs to be towed because she has not moved it since the accident. And they said they have not seen her in about a week. So they call the police because they can't hear say something, some kind of odor, they come out for there. This life, if you think sometimes you just think about this life, you just chill. Because once this breath of life leaves the body, there's nothing left again. I just sound erukbe lasan. That's what Yoruba calls it, erukbe. That's why when people they do gra gra gra, you just they look and say erukbe lasan, ordinary sand. Ordinary sand. So the neighbors called the police and they came, broke the door, and then of course they now saw that she's a black woman, and then somebody posted it. I think they called her workplace. Okay. And the person that posted it said, please, let's all make sure that we have someone who we can talk to and we check in with daily. If you don't hear from them and you can't reach them, have somebody close by visit, especially if you live alone. JJ. So after that, she again posted, this JJ posted again, there's an update. Thanks to everybody that shared the video because as you know, bad news travel very fast. The news don't reach everywhere. It's circulated on the blogs, Facebook, WhatsApp, everywhere. And they said that they've located her church members. I think she belonged to one church. I don't know if it's church or what they call it. It's a religious sect in Nigeria. They call Olumba, Brotherhood of the Light and Star, or something like that. Is it Light and Star? I don't know. Something Olumba. How many of you know Olumba? Yeah, that's what she belongs. I think she's an active member. So the person I was asking question about, she's a deaconess. Yeah, she's a member of that church, Olumba Church, Olumba Obu. Yeah, that's where she belongs to. So by the time I was checking later, they said that she's been laid to rest now, and it's the Brotherhood of the Cross and Star. Okay, yeah, that's the name of the Brotherhood of the Cross and Star. They call it Olumba USA branch. They've laid her to rest now, and it was on Saturday, October 21st, and it happened in somewhere in Baltimore, there in Maryland. She was a staunch member of the Olumba Obu sect. Yeah. I checked her page. She posted, when I checked her page, she posted September. She had a post in September that she posted. I think it was about around September 20 something. Let me quickly have a look. Let me have a look. I checked it out today. She posted something. Yeah. This life. What did this life, Seth? What did this life? So when I posted it, this is her picture. This is her picture. So you can see that she looks like a woman that will be in her mid or late 60s. I'm suspecting. She's an Igbo woman. Her name is Uju. Uju, that's her name. Yeah. So when I checked, I saw that she had posted something on her timeline on Facebook. Her last post was 22nd of September. I wish I can show it to you. I'm looking at it now. She posted this picture and said, she tagged it, "Thank you, great Abba Father, for what you have done in my life and what you are still doing in Chief George A. Onyeyile and family, both home and abroad." Maybe that's her family. Maybe that's her husband or father. I don't know. The Holy Father, oh, I cannot thank you enough. Amen. So she posted this. Yeah, it's not surprising at all. It's not surprising, even though you have a lot of Nigerians in Baltimore. Somebody said this is surprising. Baltimore has a thriving Nigerian community. She's an active member of a church. Yeah, it's not surprising because the way we live our lives in the diaspora, everybody is busy. People are too busy. People don't go to church every time like that. Everybody is busy. Some people, they may be members of church, but they don't go regularly like that. So I want us to really look at this, this social isolation thing, because it's a real thing. Like, people are very isolated here. I saw a video the other day of a young girl that just relocated to Canada, and she was in pieces. Like, she was literally saying how lonely she was, that she doesn't see anybody. When she was in Nigeria, her life was different and all that. People don't really realize it's part of the cultural shock that you experience. The loneliness hits you differently. Obodoyibo is very lonely. It's lonely for everybody, but it's even more lonely for people without families. That is, if you live alone, it's even more lonely. So as I posted it on my what's it called, Instagram message, Instagram stories, somebody called me from Maryland. But the farm now, we're everywhere by the grace of God. Somebody called me and told me they know her. Yeah. The person said they know her. She said that they've worked together before. She's a CMA. That this lady is a CMA. And that she's worked together with her before. Give us a thumbs up, guys. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you very much. So the lady said to me that the lady that contacted me, is it CNA? CNA, yes, CNA. The lady said that she's a nurse and she lives in that area in Maryland, not in Baltimore, but around there. And then she was talking to me about how the pressure to make money. She said she knows this lady personally and that the lady works a lot. She works a lot. That one other person that worked with her, had told her, they were discussing it when it happened, that, because this care work, whether it's head care, whether it's a very, very challenging job. Whether you're a nurse, you're a doctor, you are anything that has to do with taking care of people. Health and social care is very demanding. And so she was giving me this example of how, as a CNA, that you go sometime to a residential home, they give you like 4 patients to do medication for. And she was telling me that she know for a fact, she didn't want to call the show. Obviously, she wants to hide her identity. I understand that. That, because this lady was working so much, that she has started making mistakes, even with the medication, because she was working so much. Yes. CNA and certified medication assistant. Yes. IJ, thank you. That's what I was saying. So the information is that she works quite a lot, which is what a lot of people over in the abroad would do. We work, but there is working and there is some level of work that some people don't have any holidays. Most of this, according to the information that I'm getting, and this is all allegedly, we're not speaking ill of the dead. We're just trying to draw lessons from this. Yeah, Egbon Baltimore, Ekrolesa, thank you very much for that. Egbon Baltimore said we have lost so many people due to overworking because they have families to feed in Nigeria. Yes, they said that this late Uju was working round the clock because she has family in Nigeria. She sent all her money to Nigeria, according to people who know her. And so, as a result of all this black tax or people building houses and building whatever, training people, family, responsibility that never ends. Some people don't take holiday. So this lady that was talking to me, she's a registered nurse, told me that in America, they will be chasing you with work, that she has like 3 different apps. And these are jobs that they will call you every day. If you are not disciplined to say, please, I need time for my family. She was like, no, she says no to them because she needs time for her family. She's got children and you need to spend time with your partner. She said, is non-stop. And a lot of people in the comment section are saying that when you are in your 60s, you need to know that you start winding down. I don't think somebody who's 60-something years has the energy to do all that work. As you age, your body will tell you we are strongest when we're in our teens, in our 20s, 30s, even 40s gone. Your body will begin to be doing one can. And these are, our lifestyle as Africans. We know the exercise. We don't go to the gym. We eat all this heavy food, rice and and amala, all this food, So a lot of us need to realize that you got to slow down. So this lady was telling me that some people don't take their holidays. Now, because America has a private healthcare system, the companies will be calling you and you can actually sell your holidays back to them to work. So if you have here in the UK, the holiday is mandatory. I don't think you can sell. Cynthia, you're in HR, please correct me if I'm wrong. Can you sell your holidays to your organization here? I've never heard it. It's only in the US I've heard this thing that you can sell your holidays and they will pay you to work. I think the labor laws here are very strong. You need to take that holiday. You must. So some people, holidays. And apparently, it's not even about people sending money to Nigeria. This lady was telling me that some people have huge $1 million houses. I was like, whoa, $1 million. She said, yes, nurses in America. And all these people work in healthcare, $900,000, $800,000. And it's a competition. That's where I'm going to. In the US, it's a competition. How many bedrooms do you have in your house? How many walk-in closets? You guys know that I'm always moaning about our houses here. I'm not going to talk about it before Moti will come for me. That people buy all these massive houses that they don't even have time to enjoy because they are working. Some people, their mortgage a month is as high as $4,000. I'm like, whoa, $4,000 a month for mortgage alone. You've not added all the utility bills, your car notes. If you got children, food. So there's a bit, or there's a lot of, yeah, $1 million houses. Somebody said that $1 million houses there are many in Houston. I mean, it's okay to have big houses, but what's the point of having houses that you don't even enjoy when you are working all the time to maintain the house? I hear that the cars is a thing of competition. This one will go and carry 2023 plates. This one will carry 2024 plates. This one will carry tear rubber every day. Everybody. When Nigerian women, and women, hey, competition. We have to outshine one another. So that's part of the issue. Showing off. There's competition. Huge mortgages. This lady told me that in the US, you see some people who work in this same industry. They have like portfolio of clothes in their trunk. Their suitcases is in their trunk because they are going from one job to the other. They are changing clothes, not getting home, not having enough sleep, not having enough rest because they are going to another job. I think we had a conversation about it once upon a time, and I was like, I don't think this is safe. No wonder like Baltimore was saying that people are dropping people are falling and dropping. I don't think it's safe for you to walk 20 there are 24 hours in a day. And if you work 20 hours a day, that's too much. How many hours a week are people working? 100 hours? I don't understand. But apparently, there's a lot of that going on. And this Uju was in that WhatsApp group. Unfortunately, they said her own family is in Nigeria. So a lot of her money was going to Nigeria. This is allegedly what people who know her are saying. I mean, we all know the demands. If you want to start sending money to Nigeria, there are people will always collect. There will be people to collect. And now, another thing that she was telling me is that because of the high exchange rate now, people are doubling, they are increasing their hours now. This company will call you. So you can go and do 10 hours or 12 hours shift here. You will just quickly change and go to another one because the exchange rate now, is so high. My people, if they look exchange rate, somebody go delete itself with work. Because as I last time I checked, £1 to naira was 1,430 something naira. Am I going to? No. You can think, no, let me quickly make it now. Let me quickly make it now. But are you taking care of yourself? Do you know what your blood pressure is saying? Stress can lead to a lot of things. What's the point of making money that you don't enjoy? I can never ever understand that. That is always my bone of contention with all these things. What is the point of making money that you don't enjoy? Because I believe as I'm working, I should be enjoying. Me, I'm not saving my enjoyment for one day. But okay, I will not enjoy when I'm 70 years old. When I'm 70, what are you going to enjoy? It's just to sit down and be smiling and looking after grandchildren. What can you enjoy? Food serve, you cannot eat it. You cannot eat. You can't travel. All the things you used to do. You go to party serve, you go to sleep. Waiting. What's there? So I think the moral of this whole thing, this story, unfortunately, as sad as it is for this lady, this Dickiness Uju, we need to take care of ourselves. Diasporans, alone, let's look after our health and our well-being. I was in a shop, when was it? I was in a shop on, I think it was on Monday. Oh, today is Monday again. Time flies. It was last week, Monday. I was in a shop and I heard these two gentlemen talking. And one of them was like, I'm looking after myself. I'm traveling. I'm taking time off. My mind, I don't know them more. I was just walking past and they were gisting. And I was like, wow, this is what I want to hear. They are Nigerian men. He was like, I'm looking after myself. I'm eating well. I'm traveling. I'm taking time to socialize. I'm looking after myself. I'm like, good, good. I almost paused to say, Uncle, well done. Please look after yourself. Okay, so at the end of the day, now if somebody you now work, send all this money, build all this estate, build houses, build this, set up businesses, do all these things, and the person, God forbid, deletes, who is going to enjoy it? Is the people that didn't work for it. May we not labor for others to enjoy you. The Bible says that wisdom is profitable to direct. Please, guys, we got to use our wisdom in these things. I'm not against. Once upon a time, I used to be yelling about people building houses. I was on Pastor Shala's show. I was watching it on playback yesterday. And this woman was telling a story about her husband, who is from the East, that had gone to the village to go and build a penthouse in a village, like maybe 10-bedroom house with a penthouse, a house that has zero economic value. Exchange rate is 1,472 baht. So will I say because the exchange rate is so high? I believe my number one belief is that as I'm making money, I got to enjoy myself. I'm not waiting. I learned that from my mother. So, social isolation, what can we do? What I want us to talk about tonight is that if you are living alone, you have no family, I want people to bring useful suggestions so that people can learn, for those who are living alone, what you can do so that this kind of things, 2 weeks. Oh my goodness. My head heavy when I hear that thing. 2 weeks. So did in 2 weeks a human being? It was the neighbors that are not calling Olokpa, but something the foul odor was too much. After all this work, all for what? It's good to work, it's good to make money, but you got to use you got to rest. You got to eat well, take breaks, look after your physical health, your mental health. You got to go to the doctor. And the funny thing about the people that look after people, they don't look after themselves. A lot of people who are, healthcare workers that look after people who are sick. This is a job that you do. You take care of sick people and they pay you. But you will not take care of your own self. I don't understand. So what can people do when they live alone in their abroad so that, because there's no way if she had a close circle of friends or people that are close to her that they check on each other daily, that they will not know. Even if they don't call her that day, the next day they would have called her. This one is 2 whole weeks. And it was the police that found out. They went to her job before they had to go on social media. Oh my show. Oh my show. Please, let's be careful the way we are looking for this money. Let's be careful the way we are looking for this money. Let us be very, very careful. Let us be careful. Come and see what people are writing. You need to see what people are writing. Nigerians now, a lot of people on this social media street they have zero emotional intelligence. Hey, all this is wasted. All this wasted life. And you came to America now. All the work you are working now. It's so sad, honestly. So if you are living alone, what is the way forward? And all this work, why are people so competitive in terms of you want to show people, pay, I have the latest car now, that you cannot sleep at night, that you are walking around the clock to be buying $1 million houses. $1 million houses. Hey. Okay. What's the point if you're not enjoying yourself? If you're not. At the beginning of this year, me, I said I was going to travel 4 times. I set out for myself this year that I'm going to travel 4 times. The year is not over. I've already done, I've even done more than 4 times. And I'm not done yet. The year is not over. Anything that you enjoy doing, some people is not traveling. Even if you are not traveling, take time off work. Let your brain settle down. Rest. You need to rest. Go to the beach. Walk around. Anything that you do that will just reduce your stress bucket. How many times we don't talk about this stress bucket? That is so people are not listening. These people, if you walk around the clock, you do not socialize. You have zero social network. Yeah. So there's a lot to say about this. This body needs rest. Oh, ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run. Ara máa ń fẹ́ sí mi o, ẹjọ́. Me, I like, comfort. I like, we are all driven. We have dreams and aspiration and all that, but moderation is good. Oh, Aram and Fesimi, your body needs break. From time to time, you need to take some break. All this walking around the clock and putting your clothes in the trunk of your car, changing between jobs and running from one job to the other. May God don't let person buy for nothing, and another person will call they enjoyed all the work where person do. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Give us a thumbs up. We are taking calls now. If you got something to say, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and jump in the comment section. You see my link, and you can come into the studio and just have a quick conversation about this. How do we avoid these things from happening? Nick Deji, darling, how are you?
Good evening. How are you? How's everything?
I'm good. Welcome.
Thank you. It's been a while.
Yes.
God bless you for all the work you keep doing. You do a wonderful job. Whenever I can't join live, I always listen to your updates, and I'm so appreciative of it. I joined this call late, so I was able to just capture some of the things you said. It's really quite unfortunate what happened to this lady. It's just so sad, and it just makes me wonder, was she not in constant communication with family, with friends? I don't understand how someone can be so isolated, even if you work a lot, and round the clock. Is like, do you not check in with anyone? Example, I don't work like that, but for example, like for me, even though I live in a separate, I'm in the US in Texas, even though I'm here in Texas, most of my family is in New Jersey, but we check in, it's either I'm checking in with my parents every few days. My parents are elderly. My mom turned 75 this year, my dad's 74. I check in with them every few days just to see how they're doing. Is everything okay? Do they need anything? I have siblings I check in with. I have 4 brothers, so I check in with them. I check in with their wives. So even if we don't see ourselves, we check in. Plus, I have my own circle of friends. Some of them are divorced, single moms, so we check in with one another in different states, even in the same state I am. How are you? Is everything okay? So I know at least once a week, I'm checking in with somebody just to catch up and make sure everyone is okay. And I think it's just a normal way of life. I don't understand how no one is checking in with this person at all. Even my family back home in Nigeria, I check in with them at least every 2 weeks. How far? How's everything? If we don't talk, we're on WhatsApp,
It's fun that you said that, yeah, Nick. One thing I picked up from reading the comments when it was posted on the blogs on Instagram, one recurring message that was coming up was that because of the religious sect that she belonged to, apparently a lot of people are saying that they tend to isolate themselves from people who are not in that denomination.
Oh, I see. But
Yes.
okay, but what about even their family? Even if
Yes,
not
even their
friends, even
family. Yes.
see, that's a recipe for disaster, honestly.
Yes.
Because
They
how
said that people that belong to I don't know how far it's true, but this is what I was reading on comment section. Allegedly, people that belong to this Olumba don't relate with other people. if you are not a member of the sect, then they don't want to have anything to do with you. They tend to
And you,
isolate themselves and they separate themselves and keep themselves to themselves.
And you know what? Okay, even if let's say that's the case and that's what they do, then why don't they check on each other? If you can only be friends with people in this sect, why are people in this sect not paying attention to, oh, we haven't seen her in a while. Do they only meet one day a week? Do they meet several times a week? Like I know for me, from my church, I attend this small church, MFM. But if we don't see ourselves, if someone is, if a usual member of our church, we don't see them on Sunday, somebody will reach out and be like, "Oh, how far? How's everything? Is everything okay? We didn't see you on Sunday. We just wanted to check in and make sure you're okay." Like we do that. It's we're connected to each other because a lot of us, are displaced, so we don't have other family and friends, but we make our church family our family. So when
Yeah,
someone
church
doesn't
family
see
is
you,
very, very important in the
yeah,
abroad. In this
yes.
diaspora, you need your church family. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so if I don't see, a mama, if I don't see a brother, if I see them, I'm like, we didn't see you last week. What happened? How's going on? If they don't see me, I would get a text, I would get a call, and that's why sometimes like I had to celebrate my mom's 75th birthday. I took a family trip. So I gave people advance notice. You won't see me next Sunday, or I'm taking a trip, but I will see you the following Sunday so that they're prepared. But it's just courtesy. So I don't know why they didn't have that set up for their group, for their sect, and how 2 weeks can go by and no one noticed at all, whether at work. Because even your employer, most times they're not. If they don't see you, if they know you're the person, you're a consistent employee, you're always there, you're never late, you're on time. When they don't see you 1, 2 days, they will be looking for you. They will call you. They will even call your emergency contact. That, whenever you fill out this paperwork, you have to fill out who's your emergency contact so they can say, okay, what we didn't see this person, what happened? And a lot of times, if you look
So,
at our news story,
yeah.
when a lot of times, like let's say, if you hear some of, in instances where there's deletion, you would hear that, oh, the employer would be like, well, this person is always on time. When I didn't see them after one day, I contacted the emergency contact. They contacted the person. They contacted LOPA so that we can find out what's going on. So people pay attention to patterns. So I'm just so surprised that no one noticed anything at all for this
Yeah.
long of a time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's really, really sad. The other thing,
Yeah.
oh, go
So
ahead.
what do you I mean, like you made some points about how it's important to have a social network or a religious, if you are a church, you belong to a church or something, but just have people that you make sure that somebody is checking up on you because it's 2 weeks, two
Yeah,
whole
that's what I'm
weeks.
saying. It's very, even with this sec situation, no one at that sec, nobody there. And I don't know anything about this particular sec. I never heard about it before in my life. But
Oh,
if
you
this is the
haven't?
no, I've
They're
never
quite
heard of it
they're quite
before.
popular in Nigeria.
Okay, okay,
I think
yeah.
it's from it's they are from, I think it's Calabar. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the thing started in Calabar, from that area of Nigeria. That's where the thing started, you know.
Okay, no, I don't
Yeah.
know anything about it. But if
Mm.
if this is the way they operate, then they really need to change their practice because I mean, this is a big lesson learned. The other part I wanted to talk about is, the lessons learned from overworking. And I put
Yes.
it in the chat, but my father is a great example of this, unfortunately. My father, since he came here, of course, he has 5 children, his wife, but my father was a nursing supervisor. He worked a full-time job, he had a part-time job, and then he also had a per diem. So on his days off, he work as a contractor to cover
How old
different
is your
locations.
father?
He's 74 now.
And he's still working.
Wait, let me get back. So this is his pattern all his life. He eventually started slowing down. When, here in US, you can retire at age, from 60 to 65. We kept telling him, Daddy, won't you retire? Won't you retire? No, I enjoy working. No, let me enjoy working. Anyway, 65 came and went, Daddy, go and retire. Enjoy yourself, rest. No, what would I be doing? And many times, and when you hear of men retiring, that's how you soon later hear that they
They
deleted.
cry.
Yes.
Mm.
So
They
he
cry.
had that
Mm.
fear. He had that
Mm-hmm.
fear that that's what's going to happen to him. I said, don't wish that upon yourself. As long as you're doing other activities, but you don't have to keep working. He didn't want
Yeah.
to listen. He kept working, working, and he was having back and leg issues because as a nursing supervisor, it's not that you're sitting down at the counter. You have to take care of the patients. You have to do paperwork. You have to be on your feet. And I'm like, just retire. Find something else. He didn't want to listen. Well, now God forced his hand because now the leg issue, the back issue has resulted in him having to use a cane.
At
And
70 something.
at 70
Jesus.
something, and with him using a cane, because he works as a nursing supervisor in a mental department, mental health department, you can't have a cane with you because God forbid if a patient take it and use it as a weapon. So he can't say he needs assistance. So because of that, that's what forced his hand that he had to retire.
Hmm.
But it's like, why did you have to wait until your own health was impacted based on you overworking?
Yeah.
He dropped the part-time, he dropped the per diem, but he was still working a full-time schedule at 70 something. And mind you, Sister B, house is paid for. There's no major bills. Cars are paid for. So you're
Hmm.
just collecting. You're collecting to be collecting. You're just
So
collecting for dust. So it's not
you
that he
said that
needs.
he had a real fear. You said that he was afraid, that he said that, if this is how people buy when they don't work,
Yeah,
that's
because
when they
a
will
lot
buy.
of a lot of
Baba
people
was
like
afraid of
growing.
buying. So,
Yeah, because a lot of time growing up, when you hear that, oh, this man, and especially the men, and
yeah.
I'm not trying to generalize, but I noticed there was a trend with the men. Once they retire, within 1 month, that thing will
Mhm.
happen.
Yeah,
Within 1 month,
it's because retiring doesn't mean that you'll be inactive.
of
Okay.
course.
I think we
And
need to
then
start training ourselves to see how, Caucasians do it in this part of the world.
absolutely. And then the other thing, most
Mhm.
people don't realize with this trend of happening to men, if you look at the history of them, many times when they have health issues, they don't go to regular doctor appointments, they don't do regular checkups. If they're told, okay, we notice this, please follow up or take this medication, they're not on top of their medication. So all these things are contributing to by the time they sit down, this happened. But people won't tell you the backstory. All my father saw was that, and the person retired 1 month later, they're gone. And I said, but daddy, was he going to see his doctor? Like here in the US, we have like regular certain times that you do certain screenings. Like once you're 50, they say do colonoscopy. Once you're this age, do this type of test. Once you're this age, like almost like a maintenance program you have to do. And a lot of times people don't do that. Women should be doing their well woman checkup every year, for our women bodily issues. Then you also should be doing your annual checkup. You also should be seeing a specialist if you have any, underlying health issues. But
Mhm.
women are good for that, as well as we do that for our children. But men, they won't do that for themselves, or they're not mindful of it, you
Yeah,
know?
generally men don't like going to the doctors. That's the
And that's a
thing.
problem. That's
Yeah,
the
a lot of men
problem.
don't like going to the doctors. I mean, especially if they are married, because if they are married, their wives will push them, the ones that don't like to go.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
I mean, let before you go, because I got other people waiting. Thank you so much,
Sure.
Nick Deji. Please give us a thumbs up, guys. Why do you? The person that spoke to me today that said that they know this lady was saying that there's a lot of competition amongst us in the abroad over there in America. You guys know, you guys you earn a lot of money more than us here. Okay, why is there so much competition for people who want to, outdo each other in terms of what they can buy? All these houses, cars, and buying things, and as a result, putting additional pressure on themselves and not taking their holidays, not going on any break, no vacation, walking around the clock and changing clothes at the trunk of their car because they want to dash from one walk to the other. Why? Why? And what can we do to avoid this? In case somebody is caught in this trap now and they are listening to you, Nick Deji, what would you say to them?
I mean, honestly, everything you mentioned is not even how I operate, to be honest. So I don't, but I noticed that. Well, I think because I came here when I was two, right? So I'm a first generation American. So my perspective is a little bit different. But I know what I saw my parents and those of my elders is like a lot of times is okay, let us come establish ourselves. And it's because of everybody they have to take care of back home Everybody is on their neck. My father was taking care, even though he's the first son, he's the second born of his family, but he was practically sending money to raise his siblings' children, which didn't make sense for me. And a lot of times we went without because he never had money for us because he was too busy taking care of people back home.
Yeah.
So that's need of always working wasn't so much for the family he had here, it was for all the responsibilities he felt he had for the people left back home. My
Black
mom
tax.
Yes, and then my mom, however, she had to carry the load, but she was also struggling because she's like, I can't do everything. And having five children back in Nigeria is fine because you're surrounded by your village, your family, your friends. They didn't feel the strain of that child care, child raising. But here, when you're in America, you're by yourself. Everything falls on you. There's
Mm-hmm.
nobody else to help you but you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think the other mentality of there's some people that they feel like, how can I say it? They want to pepper other people.
Yeah.
Let's say they're here as a janitor, but when
Mm-hmm.
they go back to Nigeria, because they have those dollars in Nigeria, people would think they're a rich person because by the time you translate that money and they're spreading it all over and dashing people, it gives the impression that they're bigger than what they are here.
Because the thing about life is that, yeah, it's okay to buy a $1 million house, yeah, but you got to pay for it. That's the
Yes,
thing. And at the end of the day, if you are spending all your time working and you don't even have the time to enjoy the property, what's the point?
exactly,
You've got
exactly.
children who are like strangers to you. They don't even know you because you are never home. You are working.
And then the other thing too, the other aspect that I always look at, because I'm not an overworker. I have children, I have family. Even whenever I get a new job, I always tell them, look, I need work-life balance. I'm when I'm here, I'm committed, I would do my job, but I also have a family to take care of. But the one thing I do that is not a good habit is that I normally don't take vacations because I usually, as a mom, we tend to save our vacation time just in case. That just in case. If the kids are sick, if you're sick, if there's an emergency. So I never take a trip anywhere because it's like I'm holding on to it for those just in case days. But
Hmm.
after we took a trip with my family this year to celebrate my mom, we went to St. Martin. We were there for a week, all the children, all the spouses. And it was nice to just finally get away and
Hmm.
just relax and
You have
refresh.
no
And
idea. Eh?
yes,
You
and when
don't
I
take a
came back,
break. You don't
let
go.
me
Oh,
t-
holiday is life. That
it
is
is.
life.
And that's one
Hmm.
thing I would take from the younger generation that I appreciate. They may not have a career, they may not even have a job, but they will find a way to take a trip and they will enjoy themselves. And
Somebody
I
said, "My love for you is real. Say, if you don't take, if you do not take rest, your body will go to rest."
yes, very true.
That's really
Very
deep.
true.
My love for you is real. That's really deep. If you do not take rest, you refuse to rest because you are chasing that dollar and pounds and
Yes.
euro. Your body will go to rest, and you know what that means.
Yes,
Come on
absolutely.
now.
And I think and I
Let's
think
not
the
be like
goal
this
for
now.
I think the goal for all of us should not be to work harder. It should be to work smarter. And
Exactly.
even though we're like I'm of a certain age bracket, right? I'm in my 40s and everything, about to reach 50 soon. But at the same time, it's like, okay, we can learn from other generations. The way my parents did their own doesn't have to be the way I do my own. And the way I do my own is not the way my children do their own. And sometimes
Okay.
other
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, I just wanted to chip in something about your dad who worked till he's in 70s now. That he's forced to retire. So what's he gonna do with himself now? He can't.
Oh, he has no choice. He's at home with my mom, just watching, Yoruba movies and, doing little things and going to the Social Security office and going.
Tell him to go and do charity. He should go do
Yeah, but
charity
but remember now his health is impacted, so he can't really be on his feet too long.
because
He
he
can't
was
really
working for too long.
exactly. He was working for too long, and we were telling him for years, for almost
Mhm.
9 years. I kept saying, "Daddy, retire. Daddy, retire. What do you need the money for? House is paid for. Car is paid for. You don't have any responsibilities as of now besides small utilities." So, and then on top of that, even if he had any responsibility. You have 5 children that can all help you and chip in. So
I
there was
mean,
no need.
kudos to you. You have a house waiting, inheritance waiting for you. So I'm not even complaining on your behalf. I'm thanking God for you because Daddy has paid for the house, so it's paid for.
Madam,
There's no
what
mortgage on
inheritance?
it.
What inherit? All of us have our houses. That's the thing. So which
That's added
inheritance?
inheritance. You don't know. Inheritance is never too much, Nick
So
Dejijare. At
you're
least
right. You're
that's a
right.
silver lining for me. Thank you so much, darling.
You're
Really
welcome. Thank
appreciate
you.
you. Okay. Take care, sweetie. See
Take
you
care.
soon.
Bye.
Okay, bye. That's Nick Deji joining us from the United States of America. Agatha, you are here. Please unmute yourself. What do you have to say and where you join us from? Agatha, I got you. Give us a thumbs up, guys, if you are enjoying the conversation. We are talking about how we Africans in the diaspora, we are
Hey,
doing
Auntie
too much.
B.
Yo, ara máa ń fẹ́ sí mi, ẹ má para yín pẹ̀lú iṣẹ́ o, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run.
Ami Jason. Hey, Auntie B.
My dear, welcome.
How are you?
I'm good. Are you in America?
No, I'm in Canada.
Okay. How is it over there?
It's fine. We had our first snow today in Abata.
Already?
Yes.
Chineke na God.
And it's massive.
We are not even wearing jacket here. Okay.
I envy you guys right now.
You guys in okay. Let's not talk about the weather. What do you have to say about this, Agatha, my dear?
Auntie B is a sad one. First and foremost, I want to talk about the loneliness in abroad. And I was once in that situation and how I was able to tackle it before I gave birth to my child. So what I did was, because my church, they have different time of service. So even if I didn't come for 9:30, they know that I was going to come for maybe 12:30 or 5 p.m. So people may not raise eyebrow when they don't see me in church.
That's another angle. Because
Yes.
you meet different people at different services. So they will think maybe you came for the other one.
They would think you came for the earlier one or you're coming for the later one. So
Yes.
people may not see you in church.
That's
And
a good
even when
point.
my work, I figured even if I don't come to work and my work get to call my emergency contact, they were going to say, okay, Agatha is going to get back to the workplace. Something is going to happen. Everybody is just going to live their life because it's more like a rat race. So what I did was I had 2 dedicated friends. So I called to check up on them every other day. And I make sure they call me back to check up on me every other day. And when I was living in a basement of a house, I gave my landlord's phone number to one of my friends. I said, if for any reason, I'm not planning to die, I know I'm going to have a very long life. But if for any reason at all, you call me 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, I don't call you back or I don't message you, call my landlord to check up on me. Because I don't want to buy and nobody will know what happened or my whereabouts. Call my landlord to check up on me. That was point number 1. Then point number 2, I make sure whenever I get a call from either of these my 2 friends, I always tell them I'm fine. Even when I'm busy, I will send a message just to avoid raising alarm so that they're not scared that, oh, did anything happen along the line or what have you. Then even when I got my place, I made sure I gave one of my spare key to a trusted friend. And I said, this is my spare key. If for any reason they didn't hear from me from any of my job, come right in, check up on me and see how I'm doing. Because I have a young daughter. I don't want a situation whereby I will buy in the house and my daughter will not be able to feed and God forbid anything will happen in the process. Please come around and check up on me. I'm giving you this key in confidence.
So you are doing this to protect yourself because of the social isolation and the loneliness in Canada.
Yes, Auntie B.
Everywhere in the abroad is lonely, but Canada, I think, is even worse because
Canada is worse.
The expanse of land is too much, and the people are few in between. Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, Europe is a bit close knitted because we don't have land like that in the UK. Yeah,
Yes,
but
Auntie
Canada
B.
is massive in land and the people are few. It's cold.
It's
Jesus.
cold. Now it snows. People don't get to go out. You hardly get to see your neighbor. Everywhere is quiet. You don't
Yeah.
know what's happening in your next door neighbor's house.
Mm-hmm.
So anything can happen. And people will keep blaming, oh, doesn't she have friends? Doesn't she have family? No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So even my daughter's school, her carer, I make sure I send her message. If for any reason, like now today she has cold, so I can't take her to school because I'm trying to protect the other kids. I sent her a message and I carried her along. I said she's not coming today because I'm trying to watch her and I don't want her to spread the cold to other kids in the daycare. So she's not coming today, but if she has to come tomorrow, I will let you know. So I carry her along. I carry
If
everybody
not
along.
because of the economy, social political issues and security issues in Nigeria. I was having a conversation with somebody. She's an American lecturer who went to Nigeria. I think last year she went. I was having
Yes,
a
Auntie B.
conversation with her today. And she just sent me something on Instagram. It was a funny video, and I was like, "Oh, hey, are you back?" She was like, "Yes, I'm back." I'm
Okay.
like, "How was it?" She was like, I am so sad." I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "I don't want to be in America. I miss Nigeria so much."
Mm-hmm.
She's got a PhD. She's a doctor. She's a lecturer, and she
Mm-hmm.
just went there for a program. And she
Mm-hmm.
was like, "No joke, I want to go back to Nigeria. When I came back to the US, I'm crying all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be looking at my colleagues like weirdos." I'm like, and she's like, "I'm going back to Nigeria soon with my son." I'm like, "Yeah." She was like, "Nigeria, I had such a good time. There are people everywhere. People are warm.
Nice
She was like,
life.
just get the leadership right." This is exactly what she said to me. She said, "I tell you all the time, and I'm telling people all the time that once you get leadership right in that country, Nigeria will be
Oh,
the place to be."
I will relocate.
Who wants to be in this cold and isolation that you're talking
Auntie
about?
B, once we get the leadership right in Nigeria, Agatha, I will relocate. I'm one of the people who is going back home. You saw the
Because
video
all
of the
these
young
issues that we are
lady who
talking
was
about
crying?
now is foreign. When you are telling people in Nigeria these things, they'll be looking at you, hey, what are you talking about? You are lonely.
Auntie B,
No, you don't
you
see
saw
people.
the video of that young lady that was crying and they
I
were
saw it,
bashing her
yes.
in the comment section. So somebody even said, let's exchange. Come back
Because
home
oh
and I will
no,
go to
they
Canada.
don't
You have
know.
a nice life. You are
Uh,
crying. They
they
don't
don't
know
know.
that the level of depression in this country is killing.
Yeah, they don't know. Now
It's
you've dragged that
killing.
video now, Agatha. You're gonna give me super chat before you leave here today. Because you are using the words that we don't use now on
Oh, sorry, Auntie B.
on
Sorry.
YouTube.
The level of depression, it can buy somebody.
Yeah.
It can buy
With
somebody.
sunshine, you can never go wrong. Even the Oyibo people here, some Oyibo people here, white people here, the ones that have money, go to the Caribbean. They buy islands, they buy houses, they buy things there because of the sun. Everybody's
Yes,
chasing the sun. A lot of elderly British people here go to Spain, that is our
true,
neighbor here, to go and buy retirement houses because they have a bit more sun.
true, Auntie
Who
B.
wants to stay here if not
No,
because of how our
no.
continent is? I beg.
Last month I couldn't take it. I just said, you know what? To hell with all this rat race. I booked a vacation. I went to Mexico, Auntie B. It's a beautiful place to be. You
Mm-hmm.
need to go. You need to go
I
there.
haven't been. No, my daughter has
You
been to Cancun. That one, like
oh
Nick David
jeez,
said, you know,
Auntie
the younger
B.
generation, those ones they travel a lot.
Auntie
I'm
B.
planning to go to that Cancun. Maybe I'll put
Auntie
it in
B,
my.
you need to go to Cancun. You
Yeah.
need to go to Playa de Carmel. You need to go to Cenote. You need to go to all those Tulum. Oh, jeez. See, at this point, this life is not rehearsal. As
And
far as
let me
I'm
tell you something.
concerned.
Do you know the funny thing? People like this Uju, and indeed for most people, not me, because me, I'm very intentional about enjoying my life. Mm-mm.
Yes, Auntie B.
No, I am me Waku. Oh, no.
Yeah.
I can't. I must enjoy this money I'm making. I am number one, and I will take care of number one. The person that is number two, me number one, my husband and children number two, right?
Yes.
Before any other person. Do you
Yes.
understand? So at the end of the day, when you are working with all the, imagine all these years that this auntie has been in the abroad, all the hours that she's worked, saving, and just, it's like, oh, it's, you know, the way our when you have this mindset, you are waiting to live the life.
Yes.
You are just waiting. Okay, let me just do this. Maybe if I finish building this now, I'll build shop. I'll build this. I'll do this. I'll do it before I'll start living. Do not put your heart. You know, it reminds me of the story in the Bible of the rich man, the rich foolish man that said to Jesus, I've done this now. Let me sit down and enjoy.
Oh, my soul.
And Jesus said to the person and say, you were a very foolish man. You think you are the one that today, whenever I think about that story, I know that life is a gift. The Yin, thank you. Thank you so much, darling. How are you? I was thinking about you. I think yesterday you came to my mind. I haven't seen you for some days now. I hope you're all right. Lovely to see you, darling. Life is a gift. Every single day you have is a gift. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. No. Don't put your enjoyment and say, I will do it in time. Enjoy as you are making the money. Work hard. Enjoy your life.
Yes. Yes, Auntie B.
That's my motto. Thank you so much, Agatha, my darling.
Thank you so much, Auntie B.
Thanks for calling. Yeah. Take care, darling. Okay. Well, moving forward, give us a thumbs up. We are talking about social isolation abroad, the loneliness in the abroad. What should people do? This auntie was in the house for 2 whole weeks. 2 weeks. It was the neighbors. They called. Olokpa came. They broke the door before they found her. By the time they found her body done the rotting. Jesus. My show. Oh, my show. It's sad. Honey babe, welcome, darling. How are you?
Hello, Auntie. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody is well.
You okay? Well, darling. Welcome.
All right. I just want to appreciate all the callers that called before and say that they really said some good stuff. But I wanted to come from another angle that as much as we say that why didn't her church members call, you need to understand is that she was working maybe 50 or 60 hours. People will call you. When you don't answer your phone, they get to one stage where they may not even call her phone anymore because she's always working. So it could be from the angle of the point that people did try to call. And maybe she wasn't answering because she's working all the hours that she was working.
And you cannot work. You cannot pick your phone when you are working in this part of the world.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just giving that type of angle. And what I wanted to say, this situation resonates with me because I have a personal friend that is not actually feeling well because the situation is that she's in her late 50s. She's doing a lot of these care jobs based in the UK, in North London. And I've been texting her since the 5th of October, Auntie B. She is feeling so run down. She's been to the A&E 3 or 4 times. She is so run down. She cannot get out of her bed. Yeah. This is someone that for the 4 or 5 years... Sorry?
She's doing a lot of hours.
Yes, and I was warning her that you can't be doing this type of work. You're in your 50s. I met her about 5 years ago because I told you in a previous show I was contemplating doing a nursing degree. As you know, I decided not to because I realized that I can't commit that with 2 young children. So I now decided not to go. She now continued to do social care. She's in her 50s. It's got to a stage now. I've just called her literally tonight before I come onto the show. She's still not feeling well. I've sent a link to your social so she can listen to it later. But
is she doing domiciliary care or is she doing nursing home?
She's doing nursing where she basically travels to people's houses.
So every time that's the one
I think that's what it is. Yeah. Every time I call her, we've been trying to meet for months. I can never get hold of her. We mostly speak on voice notes on WhatsApp because she's always busy. Now it's got to a stage.
The one that you visit people's homes is even more tasking because you are driving and shuffling between one house to the other.
She doesn't drive, Auntie B.
No way.
I swear she doesn't drive. So she will now be getting bus and train. Many times she'll tell me take her 3 or 4 hours to get to one particular work. She's been ill since the 5th of October. What is it today? The 23rd? I don't know. She's been ill for nearly how many weeks? She's still ill. because she's so run down. And this is a consequence of her working so much.
Why is she
I
working so
understand.
much? Does she have projects or is it just
I think it's
responsibilities?
projects, and I know she's got family back home. I know she has a son and daughter here, but she has projects. And I keep telling her, I understand that you have commitments in Nigeria, but everything has to be in moderation. And I've been
Absolutely.
advising her that you're not a spring chicken. Sorry to be crude. You can't be doing this type of work in your late 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing I wanted to say is that this is the same friend of mine that sent me an IV because a lady deleted because of the same issue.
Yeah.
She came back from work, went to sleep, did not wake up.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard of it. It happened in August. I don't know if it's the same lady you mentioned,
Yeah,
based in
it's what I
Essex.
was talking about.
Yes,
That I said
yes,
yeah. I recorded a video about it. I didn't
yes.
get to
I was supposed to go to the service. I wasn't able to because I couldn't get
You know,
childcare. But I think it's the same lady.
do you know, incidentally, it's women
Mm-hmm.
mostly that are dropping and deleting.
Yes, yes.
Because I don't think women are naturally conditioned to work this hard.
No, but because of the abroad and the way it is, where unfortunately you need two wages, especially with what's going on now. But I think for me it's just a lesson to understand that yes, it's good to hustle, but in moderation. Because
So
Mhm.
let me just say something there, Onibe.
Yes,
Thank
Auntie
you.
B.
I need
Yeah.
to say something because we've been
Yes,
doing
Auntie
shows
B.
about success, building yourself.
Yes.
Africans, Nigerians,
Yes.
Africans, please listen to me. Success is not a function of hard work. Okay?
Yes.
If it's hard work,
Yes.
all these bricklayers and house
Yes.
builders, and they will be the
Yes.
richest people.
Yes.
No, it's
Yes.
not. It's not. It's not the
Yes.
person that works the hardest that is the
No.
richest.
Is what someone said. I think you're gonna say it. You have to make your money work for you. You should. To me, the ideal is that you do very minimal hours and you're making money. It's about making you need to work smarter. And us as Africans, we're not getting it.
So
You
because
can be,
a lot
yeah.
of us don't understand the principles that we're talking about. Yesterday we had
Yes.
a show here
Yeah,
where
listen to it, Auntie B.
was talking about, sponsorship. We had about 300 people. How many people do we have now? 1,023 people.
Exactly. I noticed the
already.
Auntie B. Yeah, big
So you
difference.
see,
Yeah,
and
I noticed. Of
yesterday,
course, of
the
course.
principles that we're being taught is so
Yes,
that you don't walk like this and delete yourself.
exactly, Auntie B. Exactly, Auntie B.
So you
Because
see, it's not
yeah,
about the working all these hours and hours and hours is not what is going to make you successful.
no.
Because
Because the
if you
funny,
look at it, yeah, honey babe, I keep referring to Reverend Sam Adeyemi that I've been listening to and reading his book. And he said that there are stages in it, this
yes,
success. And you see the bottom barrel of success is employee.
yeah,
When you're an employee, you are down, down, down. And that
yeah,
is where most Africans are. And at the top of
yeah,
it, you have investors.
yes. But when you're trying to explain these things to Africans, they don't understand
People
it.
don't even come to listen to us when we are talking about it because
No,
everybody wants to be
no.
employee. And it's from the employee and all this work, paid
Yes,
paid
yes,
employment that people
yes,
are doing. They are struggling to do
yes,
100 hours a week,
yes,
120 hours a week, and they are deleting. If we want to teach people how you can be an investor or a
yes,
business owner, so you don't need to buy yourself with working
yes,
100 hours a week,
yes,
people don't want to
yes.
listen. Feel
They don't want to. I
something.
think it's the fear of the unknown, because obviously I was at the show yesterday, and people don't understand is that you're living paycheck to paycheck as an employee. Even me, I'm talking about myself, that I need to, that was really insightful what we spoke about yesterday, that we need to move away from that mindset and that fear, because even as an employee, you're working crazy hours, 50, 60 hours, especially in the sector of social care. And you're living paycheck to paycheck. Now, this lady, my friend, the one that's ill, because she's not working, no money's coming in.
Yeah, because
She hasn't been able to. She hasn't been able to pay her rent.
Yes.
You see the problem now? And I was telling her years ago, get out of that sector. I even encouraged her to maybe, do something different. And yes.
As much as we are talking about people overworking themselves, not having
Yes.
breaks, not looking after their health,
Yes, Auntie B.
please, as I beg you, I am begging you. Not everybody. I know it's not everybody that want to be an investor. It's
Yes.
not everybody that wants to put money
Yes.
or when you are sleeping, the way you people, some of these big,
Yes,
when they are sleeping,
yes.
they are making money. Jesus.
What the thing
So
is, I work.
please,
Yeah,
let
I
us
work in.
aspire. Let
Yes.
us try to aspire to at least have some sort of, a progressive mindset whereby we are not only thinking of being employees, but we become
Mm,
employers of labor, business owners as well.
exactly. Exactly. I work in the finance sector, so I see a lot of, very very famous people that invest in my not mine personally, but in the company that I work in, and they're basically making money while they're sleeping. We need to get into that mindset of moving away from being a traditional employee and moving to having our own businesses. I'm talking to myself as well in terms of I need to get into that mindset. And everything I wanted to say is about understanding that there's more to life than working. We need to get into a habit of going on holidays, like volunteering. When I had my first child, I took a whole year off for maternity leave. After 6 months, it really affected me, Auntie B. You know what I did? I went to volunteer. I volunteered in a place where I was helping people in terms of how to apply for benefits and things like that, and helping them with their finances. I did that maybe like once a week while my mum looked after my child, and I had such an enjoyable time. We can go on walks, get together with friends and go for walks. It's a
So
way to walk. Yeah.
that's why, if you notice, I don't, when people say hard work, I don't
Yes.
like that word at all. It's
No.
only Africans that
No.
use that word. Hard
Yes.
work. Hard
Yes.
work. Nobody gets rich or gets, you are
Having
not
hard work.
successful on
No.
a hard work. What is hard work?
No. No. No.
It's
I
not hard
think we
work.
need to understand that as we said before, it's not hard work. It's about working smarter. And working smarter means that you spend as less as possible in terms of working. Make your money work for you when you're sleeping would be the ideal. But we need to really look after ourselves. Health checks, as you say, certain times, certain anniversaries of your age, you go for health checks. That's what we need to do. Go to bingo, or you won't go to bingo when they retire. They go on holidays. We need to do things like that. Even me with my fairly young children, the plan is I'm going to Japan with a work colleague, and I'm gonna next year. We need to really understand that it has to be a work and life balance. Yes, you work, but at the same time, you need to have a balance and enjoy yourself.
Absolutely.
Take a
I think
rest,
that's
enjoy
perfect.
yourself. Yes.
You better enjoy yourself. That stress bucket, when I'm talking about people, I don't think people take me serious when I talk about that stress bucket. Some
No,
people
I don't
do.
think people. No,
Yeah,
no.
but a lot of people
Yeah,
don't take. You think some people think I just stay here and just jabber jabber and just talk talk
yeah.
talk.
We need to realize. I know that obviously I have a different experience to every other person because I was born and brought here. But I do understand the pressure of coming into the diaspora, to the UK, to the US, to the Canada. But we need to understand that as much as you came here for a purpose, and you came here to make money, there is more to life. I know it sounds very idyllic and naive, but there is more to life than money. Because at the end of the day, when you delete, you can't take the money with you. You can't. So as much as you're trying to like gather as much money as possible, you have to understand that you can't take it with you, and there's more to life. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know the number of our days. So try to maximize and enjoy your life as much as possible. Yes, work, but not to the detriment of your health.
Mm-hmm.
Your life is very, very important.
Thank you so much, honey babe.
Thank you very much, Auntie B. Thank
Yeah,
you. Take
thank you
care.
so
Bye-bye.
much. All right, take
Bye.
care.
Bye.
Naomi said, if wealth come from hard work, hard work. It's only Africans that use that word. Nigerians like that word, hard work. Hard work. What's hard work? No. What you need is to ask God to give you vision, to give you and to enlighten, to give you something that will, oh, I don't know. I can't even explain it the way I know it or the way I've seen Reverend Sam explains it. One problem like this, you just solve one problem. One problem, you will solve it. And oh, bad day. So you know that all this work hard, work hard. We are not very critical thinkers anyway. We just like that level of let's work hard. Work. It's good, work, but look after yourself. If everybody is going to remain on the level of working hard and being an employee, which a lot of our people are, is okay. But please take breaks. Okay. Make sure that you are enjoying your life and taking breaks. Don't work yourself to an early whole. So these are some of the comments. I said I was going to read some of the comments. Bumi, I'm coming to you now. But I wanted to read some of the comments so that you see what people are saying. Somebody called Susan, said, Susan Dan Jonathan said, wasted life in the USA. No relation to live with. No effects. Any life now, nobody will give account of all you have made in the land. You live for so many years to tell people that life is vanity upon vanity. Those of us that are alive should learn from her story. May her soul rest in peace. Shalom. Another person called Evangelist Michael said, you are talking as if you don't know how OOO, that's Oluma Oluma Obun sect, operates. You join, you excommunicate your immediate family once you are into it. E-Millionaire is a good example till date. So, we are talking about social isolation and work-life balance. A woman in America, an Igbo woman, her name is Uju. In case you are just joining us, this is what we're talking about. She died in the house for 2 weeks. Nobody knew. I wanted to show you guys when the congregation of her sect finally found her and, came and took her and the whole burial thing. I wanted to show you guys, but I can't log into the page. That's what we're talking about. There's so much isolation in the US, in the abroad, not US, UK, everywhere, Europe, Canada. Loneliness in the abroad. And people are working around the clock, buying things that they have to walk around the clock to afford. Yeah? Why are Nigerians competing with one another with 1 million naira, $1 million houses and 1 million cars? We don't have likes, so we have an average of 1,000 people watching, and the likes is not even up to 300. Please, guys, you are gaining value from this. Give us a thumbs up. It doesn't take you 1 second, because we'll still come here again and be talking about this. Somebody can learn from this. Why are people so competitive? Nigerians are competitive people. And let me tell you something, I'm a competitive person. But there's healthy competition and there is unhealthy competition. Healthy competition is that, okay, within your capacity, you know that, okay, I can do this thing and I will be okay. I can sleep at night. It's not the one I have to be working 100 hours a week for me to be able to afford it. That's unhealthy competition. It's knowing your capacity. And incidentally, I saw a video this evening as I was preparing for the show, and this one of all these BBM people was showing her wardrobe and all the shoes and bags that she had. I just busted into laughter. I was laughing. But Nigerians, we Nigerians, oh Jesus, may God help us. But let me let you talk so that I'll look for that video. And I want to use it to make an example of how people can easily, but I don't want to believe that matured people can fall into that trap. Connie wardrobe, any bata 100, 1 million, and that will pressure you as a matured person. Really? Cash, the real money is not physical money. It's not money you can see. It's not clothes. It's not shoes. It's not real money. It's not physical money. Bumi, welcome, Jerry.
Queen B, how are you? Been a while. I called you.
Yes, my dear.
I should go. Obodo fan, please let's get this up. And I wanted to say special shout out to you and Brother Ernest yesterday. In short, I was trying to, I know that you were on a timer, but I was trying to call in to say, we need Brother Ernest to drop more gems. I've also ordered his book. I'm happy for him because his testimony is rare. That's why it's a miracle in itself. Under that time, that's years that he has gotten where he has gotten to. I'm so happy for him, and I'm especially proud that he's Nigerian and he's also willing to share. So I just wanted to say that thank you for bringing him over and for moderating properly. Just to be quick with like they say on TikTok, I'll keep my team brief. I'm going to come from the angle of us being in competition with ourselves, because if we understand that life is precious, we have to understand, and like you said, we are not really critical thinkers. We go to school, we apply what we've learned, but we are not there yet. Because as we know now,
If you work smart, not hard, you will not be doing 100 hours. You'll be on a yard, and your money will be piling up. I'm also learning. I'm not saying I don't have the answer. I'm learning, but I'm discovering every day that we have to do things differently. We have to be open-minded. We have to think outside the box, because we want to also create generational wealth. When you know that you come from a family, depending on the type of sector or family you come from, there's black tax. You have to allocate the portion of your salary that I cannot give. At most 20%. Anything that happens that is part of more than 20% or 15%, we have to wait till the next month or the next paycheck. Things like that, we have to apportion. We have to have savings for vacation, for even going out for coffee dates with ourselves. We also have to form healthy relationships with maybe friends. If we cannot create friends, or if we are introverts, we can. There are a lot of Facebook groups that you can go into, and they are bubbly. There are a lot of WhatsApp groups that you can go into, like minds. For example, maybe I don't know, I'm a Scrum Master. You can go into a group, or Nigerians in Toronto. You go into those groups. From there, if you're persistent and you're dropping gems, you will see that one person will like you and you will like the person back, just for
How are you
helping
gonna
person.
go into any group when you are busy working 120 hours a
Auntie
week?
B. Hmm. And why you that see, if you want to just to tackle the social isolation first, especially in Canada, because like we said, you know that Canada is wide. So I'm going to speak for Canada. You have to go to groups, because even to see my friend that lives 20 minutes away, before I will gather myself, drive it's a lot. And then too, they have lives. So we have to be proactive about it. We have to take our time. We have to understand where we are. We are not in Nigeria, we are in the abroad. So you now have to adapt. We really have to adapt socially, mentally, physically, everything. You have to adapt, even with your finances. These people that we are all these projects we are doing, all these things, we have to understand, if your paycheck is XYZ, don't do more than your paycheck. Don't do more than your paycheck. Interest rates are going up. Inflation is affecting everything. So imagine if you have debt, you have something that you cannot afford, and you are still doing more. It's not realistic. You will not be able to sleep at night. Even if you sleep, you'll be having bad dream. Why are we setting up ourselves for failure? That's what I just want to say. That competition. And TB, you are saying mortgage 4K. Mortgage here in the average is 4K. It's going to 6K, 7K. Imagine. And
Yeah.
you have, yeah.
For what kind
You-
of houses is that? What
And
kind of houses
TB,
are you buying?
and TB, the average
You know
house in
how high your
Ontario,
interest rate is?
and TB, let me tell you, the average house in Ontario, the average house for a condo townhouse is $500, 500K, 500K, the average.
Then you
So,
go far from Ontario. You don't need to buy a house there.
and to be, that's the problem now. People don't want to. People want to. Ontario, unfortunately, Ontario is where everything is. It's kind of like the hub. It's where everything is happening. For example, so people that are not in Ontario, people that are outside Ontario that cannot afford it, still are still pushing, because, oh, my neighbor is doing, or everybody, or church. It can be. It's a gray line. It's a gray area that if you don't tread lightly, you will fall. You will fall into the bad, you fall victim. For example, you want to measure up, you want to be driving the latest car, and the interest rates and TV, they are crazy. And
But we don't even
especially,
see each other though. You see this car matter. It makes me laugh.
hmm,
Everybody in the abroad is busy. You said it now that even your friend that lives 20 minutes away from you, you hardly have time to see her. So who is seeing your big car that you're
and
driving?
TV, they will post and post, the Lord is good
Okay,
all
on
the
social
time.
media.
And TV, you are learning, or
Okay.
WhatsApp. On WhatsApp, you
Okay. It's
post.
posting.
It's
Ah,
posting. It's posting.
okay.
And to be,
Okay.
I had a friend. Let me tell you, I had a friend. Yeah, personally. Okay, so I had a problem with my engine, and they're like to replace my engine. Long story. So I was like, maybe I should just buy another car. But I was like, realistically, I cannot afford this brand new car that I want to buy. That was in 2022. So I had a friend tell me that she cannot drive a car that is less than, like, for example, every year she upgrades. So she leases her car. So now that we're in 2023, she has gone to get 2023 car. Next year she will get. So she's just paying to drive the car.
If she can
And she's
afford it, can she afford it?
no, Auntie B. My point is that she works in Amazon warehouse.
You see, that is the
She
problem.
cannot
No, no,
afford it.
no. Because I need to get this because I like nice things. I like nice cars and all
Oh,
that. But I am not going to do more than I can afford.
Okay.
We're talking about affordability. And let
But
me tell you something. If affordability doesn't mean that, oh, I can barely get by when other things will suffer. The first things that
yes,
come first, your family, the main bill that you need that pay, these ones. Your children have got to eat.
housing, food,
Yeah, food. Yeah, you got to pay
clothing,
your
yeah,
mortgage and rent or
utilities.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If you have responsibilities, school fees or whatever that you're paying this. So we're talking about affordability. How if you are working in Amazon warehouse, how are you affording to change car every year? Because I heard Amazon doesn't pay that much.
That's the thing. I was getting to it that she cannot afford it, but she was telling me, she was trying to pepper me. Now, if I don't know, if I don't have a good head on my shoulder, I will fall victim.
Oh, she's trying to pepper you.
Yes, she was trying to tell me that why
Make
am
her
I
hear
still
me.
driving my 2016 when I can get, because it's not hard to go to the dealership and buy. But the problem now
So
is, can you afford it? Do you
So the
want to
problem
pay?
is that how we're talking about. I said that I've been learning about success and how to get from being an employer to be an investor. The
Yes,
problem is that if you commit all your resources to trying to pepper people by
you
buying
won't
things
have
that you
any
cannot
resources
afford,
left.
you
Yeah,
won't have any savings, and then you cannot invest on
you
anything
won't have anything left.
because
That's
you
what I'm
can
trying.
barely get by on what you are
Yes,
getting because you are living above
exactly.
your pay grade. Oh, it's simple.
Exactly. That's what I was getting to, is that people are not cutting their coat. And it's not bad, like I said, it's not bad to aspire. Everyone, me, I'll
Look
speak
at
for
this screen,
myself.
Bumi. Let me
I'm
look at
thinking,
this screen. Look at
hmm,
this screen. This is what I saw on social media this evening. They said that this BBM people, I don't know which one this one is called though. This is her closet. They said
see,
that she posted this now to pepper people like your friend that works in Amazon. So this is her closet. This is her shoes.
she
Okay.
even has ladder to arrange
But
it.
yeah, she has ladder. She has a boutique.
Ah, Lord have mercy.
So
Seriously.
she's posted this now. Maybe she can afford it. I don't know. She won. How much did she win? 100 million
And
naira
to
or
be, how
something?
much is that money? How much is it?
No, let's say she can afford it. But the point I'm making is that I'm not beefing her because she's a
Yeah,
small
yeah,
girl.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
she's a small girl. She's living her life. Good for her. But the point is that when you post something like this, other people who are looking at it now, they want it because now they are stressed.
Mm-hmm.
They are being peppered now that they want this wardrobe.
And
But
to
this
be,
is not investment. It's
yeah.
not. This
Aside from the
all
fact
these shoes are useless.
they are
When you wear
useless.
them, that's it.
Yeah.
You can't
How many
sell them
times
for
do you want to
anything that
wear
you
it,
cannot
sir?
sell for money. It's not.
It's useless. How
How
many times do you want to wear
do
this shoe,
you
first of all?
invest on this number of bags and shoes story alone?
It's not, it's not tangible. It's not common sense. And to be, aside from fact that we're not hating on her, but let's be truthful. She's a young girl. So if a young girl like this that has not shown the way she has hustled for this money, then post this kind of this kind of videos, it's going to send the wrong message, because on
It's the
social media,
same thing that your people in abroad are doing. Your friend that is working Amazon and trying to pepper you by changing car every year. Is it not the same thing she's doing?
it's the same
I
thing,
just
to be
asked you now.
honest.
I said, where are they saying the car? You told me they post it online. This is
It's
exactly
online.
what this girl has done
It's the
now.
same thing.
First, it's
Yeah.
posted it online. What is the point of posting things online? Is to pepper other people to let you know that I have.
It's
And
the
black
truth.
people are the ones. Imagine if Elon Musk and people like Mark Zuckerberg are posting their wealth.
We'll log off.
Real wealth is not physical. I beg, make
Yeah.
anybody.
Yeah.
Like this
Yeah.
is just Yeah,
Yeah.
but if an
It's
investor is doing it, it's okay. They are doing it because now markets, you sell markets.
mhm.
It's
Yeah, no,
okay.
I just wanted to say that, when we try to do what more than our power, like this, so you do pass your power, it comes
Oh
back to
good,
bite
they
you.
do pass yourself.
It's just sad that, when like you were saying, even me that I'm in my early 30s, I go they move. The other day I was dancing. I said, let me bend down. You know how you squat and you jump. Hey, I said, Jesus Christ, I cannot come up again like I used to. Before I used to be like, Papa, I would just go down, go up. Hey, my leg was like, oh, more, you're not 10 anymore. You're not 18 anymore. It's not
You're not
easy.
even, are you even 40 yet that you are complaining to me?
I,
Oh, Jagbara.
no, I think I'm not complaining. I just said it clicked. It clicked. That you say, oh, more. I just
You
said
are a
that.
baby. Wait till you are 50. You will
I
get
can
it.
go, I can go drink my multivitamins. What?
Thank you, my darling. I appreciate you, Bimi. Thank you. Dr. B. Dr. B is giving me a super chat of $50. Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. B. Dr. B said, your show is very educative and informative. Please continue to be your authentic self. Take care. Oh, I really appreciate that, Dr. B. Thank you. God bless you. It's very tiring sometimes, but thank God for people like you. Obodo Farm, yeah, it's encouraging. Thank you. I really appreciate that. God bless you. Okay, Jimmy, you are next in line for a miracle. Welcome, darling.
Hi, Auntie B.
Hello.
It's been a while.
Yes. What do you have to say?
Okay, so I jotted some things. I have a bunch of things to say.
Right.
So, this situation is really sad. I really feel bad for the lady, and her family. It just reminded me of, I just heard a recent, someone that was kind of, a family friend also recently,
Right.
by, by, and it happened in her car. And someone found her. I think someone was walking the dog and saw her in the
Was
car.
in the abroad?
So yes, it was in New York. It's close to home, kind of, sort of. Some people who may be listening may know, but is really sad. It was really sad because one, she pied lonely, and I'm sure she was doing care jobs. And so when I saw this story, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna call, because something recently also happened like this in New York. So it's just a sad situation. Now,
In
some of
her
my
car.
points. Say that again.
She was in her car and somebody saw her. Someone who was walking a dog saw her. Hello, Jimmy. Can you hear me? Uh-oh. I think Jimmy has dropped off.
Can you hear me?
Jimmy, yeah.
Yeah.
I was asking about the person that you're talking about in New York that pied.
Yes, she was in her car, and that's what happened. And I think
How old
someone,
was she? Or what age bracket?
oh, I would say between around 50, not Leah, around 50.
So she's quite young.
Yeah, it was really sad. It was a big hit to the community. It was really sad. It's really sad. And especially because, being found in a car by yourself, it was a sad situation when I heard it.
What
But
happened? Was she walking around the clock and not taking time to rest?
I
Or
won't, I won't, I can't say, but I'm sure that's part of it. I don't know if they did an autopsy to see, but I'm assuming it was probably a heart attack. I'm
yeah,
assuming. I'm
yeah,
assuming, yeah.
yeah.
But it was really sad, and it made me, because of this story that you're doing, it made me think about it. And I just had a few pointers to bring up, and some people touched on it already, but I wanted to, just mention, okay, one thing we talked about just creating a social life for yourself. I know some people live in a place where they're not exposed to people as much, maybe like New York, but I think sometimes you just have to be intentional. I
Yeah,
tell one of my friends moved to Michigan, and she's one of my closest friends, and she struggles with this too, because her whole life it was New York scene, social events, everything. So when she moved to somewhere like that, things kind of slowed down, and
mhm,
also having kids and stuff. And I
mhm,
told her, I said, you know what? This is how you have to be intentional. Make friends with your children's classmates, parents. You have to be intentional. Make friends with that. Make friends with people in the church. I understand some people are shy and some people are guarded. They probably
yeah,
don't trust people, but sometimes you just have to take that risk. And
yeah,
then you'll know who you can be friends with.
yeah. Thank you, Junior, for that super chat. Junior said, abroad can be very lonely, stressful, isolated, even though people have friends and family. Yeah. The reason why
Yeah,
it's so isolated is because it's not an open society. People tend to keep to themselves. Everybody minds their business. And because, again, we don't have the extended family, most of us don't have our extended family. Only few people like Nick Deji can even say they have their parents here. I'm the only member of my, okay, no, not the only member. I am the only sibling. I have cousins here, but do I see
yeah.
them? No, I don't. So
But
you
to be,
can imagine.
I'm an only child, so I always was like by myself. I don't have siblings. So I was always that person that created friendships in different settings, in different groups. But that's just my personality. Not everybody has that personality where they can make friends easily or make, socialize with people easily. I'm the type of person, I'll see you, I'll say hi. I'll even exchange numbers because that's the kind of person I am. But not everybody is like that. But if you're complaining that you're alone, then you just have to get over it. You have to get over that hump and lose that guard, loosen that guard, and get to know people.
Yeah,
Somebody talked
yeah.
about, say that
I
again.
think, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I wanted to chip in something. I'll say it in a minute because somebody is saying something about how you can still be lonely. Oluwa Banker said you can still be lonely in your home country. You can be in your home country and still be lonely.
Exactly. You can be lonely anytime. Even in a marriage, you can be lonely. Sometimes people are working, your husband, your wife, different schedules, and you don't
Yeah.
always like
But
see
the
each other.
loneliness in your home country, in like we are Nigerians, right? It's not
Yeah,
the same. It's not the same. There's the loneliness in that is nothing compared to, for
it's
instance,
not.
somebody saying
It's
that they're lonely in Canada. You can't compare it.
It's not. Well, that's why you just have to find people that are like find your, let's say if you're Nigerian, you'll find your Nigerian community. If you're Kenyan, you'll find your Kenyan community. And honestly, we don't even always have to relate with people in the same tribe or same country. Relate with people. You can, I feel like sometimes as Nigerians or Africans, especially in the diaspora, we always look for our own, which is understandable. But you'll be surprised how much commonalities you may find in people that are not your race. You
Yeah,
get what I'm saying? Like I attend a
absolutely.
church that is multi what do you call it? Multi ethnic. I don't attend a Nigerian church at the moment. And
Mhm.
I love that I'm exposed to people of different races, different ethnicities. It's just there's just beauty in it. And
Mhm.
everybody can bring different things to the table. But going back to the topic, I also wanted to highlight the whole, somebody mentioned group trips, and I think that's another part of the solution for people when it comes to loneliness. But
Mhm.
with that, I know you have to know people,
Mhm.
but not necessarily. Like for example, next year I'm going on a trip. This is a big something different for me. I'm going on a trip with a group of people, and I only know one person in that group.
And
Only one person,
and the thing about meeting people on online forums is that the friendship can just remain online. You never meet physically. That's the thing.
unless you take that next step to say,
Yes.
"Oh, let's meet
I
up."
mean, you can meet people online and they live very far from you. You see? So it's always better to cultivate those relationships physically, around you, by actively. First of all, you need to cut back on the hours that you work. If you're working round the clock,
Hmm.
then I mean, it's the law of diminishing returns. If you're working 100 hours, 120 hours, where's the time to make friends?
Yeah, it's give and take. You really have
You
to
can't.
make time.
There's
It's
no time because I know somebody that the only time this person has is just to eat, sleep, and they're off to work. And it's
yeah.
just walk, 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 walk. And I've
And
talked
what
and
kind of
talked.
life is that?
No, I don't even talk anymore because since I've known this person, oh God, I don't want to. I stopped talking because when people are in this state of mind that they believe that I just need to work more so I can make
Yeah.
money and build and do this and do that, and then they leave. This person is sharing a house here with other people. They put. Oh my God, I don't know what to say. Just to save money.
Yeah, some
Just to
people are
save
penny
money.
pinchers. Some people are like that. And and
So
and like you see how go ahead, sorry.
some people don't even think about the quality of their life. Are you a family and you are sharing house? It's not because you're not working or you're not making money, but your
It's
priorities
to
are
save
just
money
to,
for back home.
come
That's
on
what it is.
now.
It's to save
No.
money for back home.
Priorities. What is
Yeah.
your priority? Come on. You're working. Live well. Live well.
What
Live well.
I agree. And I wanted to also mention, the whole idea of people working, working, working so they can take it back home. Like you said, how do you know that you're going to still be living by the time you move back to Nigeria or retire back to wherever you want to retire? You have to enjoy the money that you're making currently. You just have to create, it's a work-life balance.
Yeah.
Because at the end
You
of
don't
the
have
day, if you don't enjoy, all this was in vain. Like
Yeah.
I'm not the person that I'm not a shoe and bag collector. I like to go to house parties. I like to travel. I like to hang out with friends. I like to hang out with my family. That's me. You know, everybody's priority is different. But I
Yeah.
also feel people make time for what they want to make time for. We
Yeah.
can't, that excuse of there's no time, there's time. You just have to prioritize your time. That's
There's
how
no
I,
time, but you are using the holiday that you have to go to work, because you can work without taking a holiday. You're going to another
mm,
job. You're telling your employee to pay you so that you work when you are supposed to be on holidays. What's that? Please, over the farm, if you are watching this, we got 1,071 people watching. Even though people are not liking, thank you to everybody that's giving me super chats. Please, please, I'm begging you, with the mercy of God, I'm begging you. Please don't walk yourself to an early grave.
mm,
It's not worth it. The things of this world, you can't take it with you. Okay, so whatever this anti-Jew would have done now in Nigeria, because like I said, somebody that knows her called me and told me the hours that she does as a CNA in
wow.
America, and all her money goes to Nigeria. God
That's
rest her
only,
soul.
oh
But
Lord.
what's going to happen to all those investments now? She didn't even get to enjoy it, for somebody to buy 2 weeks and nobody knew.
Wow.
What kind of
Wow.
Jesus, I'm alone.
It's really
What is
sad.
that?
It's
Think
really sad.
about it. Just think about it. And you're working around the clock. You don't even, nobody even know. 2 weeks. Oh, what's in room? Before the neighbors now say, what is smelling?
Mm.
What is smelling? Of course, they can't come to your door. They will call police. Police came. Boom. They jam door. They see that the body is already, oh,
And imagine, where does all the money, the pension or whatever, where does it go to now?
oh my God. This
Where
is
does
not
it go to?
good. We got to make different choices about life. Ejo to alone, please. Thank you so much, Jimmy.
Thank you, Auntie B. Thank
All right,
you.
God bless you, my darling. No, it's so sad. It's painful. Won't do me. I don't know her, but I'm sure she's a very lovely lady, good lady, trying to sacrifice, make money, help her family, and all that. All for what? All for what? This life is not our own. We are only temporarily here. If people understand that, they will know that, my one of my favorite Bible verses is that verse that says, teach us how to number our days, so that we can apply our hearts to wisdom. Teach us to number our days, Lord. It's in Psalm somewhere. You need to learn how to number your days, and then you use wisdom. I'm 50 plus years now. Okay, what am I doing? Why are you buying yourself because you want to labor that you don't enjoy? Why? Why? You gotta help us. So Beno, welcome, my brother. This one, I hold your body today. I bet you say we'll go do another show today, but another thing can't come up. Welcome.
Thank you, Auntie B. I know, but this topic is a very important one.
Yeah.
And I always bless God that we have somebody like you who is helping to shed light on many of these problems in our community, especially here in abroad. This matter of people walking around the clock, believing they are going to become a millionaire by the time they work 60, 80 hours every week is just funny.
Mm-hmm.
And if you try to let them know that, bros, slow down small, have time for yourself, it will look as if you are the enemy, or maybe you are jealous or something. I just don't know the problem with our people. It's true, abroad is lonely, but at the same time, being lonely doesn't mean that you have to walk yourself to the point where they say you can't delete. That is not okay. And that's why, for instance, the other day when you are doing this show where you encourage people to acquire skills, like the other day where you brought Brother Patrick, we talk about sponsorship. These are shows that personally I was expecting our people abroad to log into and learn. I live in abroad, and I'm not saying this to be maybe ego or something, but ever since I've been here, I've never done I've never even done 60-16 back to back for once over 11 years that I've been here. I don't even pick up over time. And the reason is because I value my life. I value my life.
You're a nurse,
Everybody.
so you're not one of those nurses that pick up and do 2 jobs.
Auntie B, I don't do it. I tell my colleagues it's okay to do work as much as you can, but always pay attention to your body. Pay attention to your body. You know, just in this show now, we've talked about competition. You are right, Auntie B. Here, I don't know about UK, but here in America, the competition is real.
We don't have money here, so we know they compete.
Auntie B, you guys have pound sterling now. When I get pound,
no,
pound
we don't
they
have
heavy,
it a
pound
lot
dollar.
like that. I'm a pound in Ibibai, so we cannot do competition.
Yeah, the competition is real. The competition has gone to the level of competing among themselves in terms of what they have in Nigeria and still competing among themselves in terms of what they have here. Look, I'm going to say this for the benefit of our Obodo fam that is listening. I'm into event videography. Within the last 5 years, I've covered over 40 burials.
In America?
Yes, Auntie B. People, if anybody who knows me is saying this now, they can testify. I've covered over 40 the last 5 years. Nigerians and some other Africans too. And anytime I cover any of those burials, I use that as a teaching moment for myself. Telling myself that, oh, forget to, nothing did this abroad. Because
nothing did this life, not be abroad alone. Nothing did this life.
Make I not generalize it, Auntie B. Because whenever I'm at those occasions, some of them are people that I know, people that have covered their event when they were alive, people that have done some great things. And I'll be saying to myself, like, God, I have all the videos. Sometimes when I go to my 365 Media YouTube channel and I see some of their video, I'll be like, God, see somebody will be saying it's looking vibrant. They enjoy life. Now it's no more. And you know the worst part? The way they bury people here in America, I don't know about UK, but here in America, once person die, they carry that person to burial home. From burial home, they just organize view ceremony where they do wakekeeping mass or whatever. From there to bury ground, you don't finish. That is it. Whatever you think you have acquired, the money you were chasing,
okay,
and everything. Auntie, at least if person don't work by, they're supposed to do better party now. May we even do may we blow that money.
The better party they bring out, they talk like the Ondo man where you've been, and the Yoruba man is coming out. If they do better party, the better party now for who? What is the now? You are preaching to the choir here, because me, I don't even like this area. I know like I feel it's a bloody waste of money. What's
exactly, Auntie B, but my feeling is that life is just vanity. That's just what I'm saying. Like, we person buy from there all the way to bury ground, and that's it. So I just want to encourage our people, please, especially for those who just enter abroad newly. I preach this to the guys that came in after me and more that are still coming. When you come to abroad, you have 5 years to set your life in the right path. Sit down and think where you want to be 5 years from the moment you enter. Don't fall into that temptation of, okay, I don't enter Yankee within 1 year. Make I begin to pepper them for Nigeria. Make I show them say I did.
10-bedroom and penthouse for my village. Now those village houses, now those ones they vest me pass without zero economic value. Now those ones, if not the one even the cities where you feel even get money, maybe you go rent them. That one even makes sense. That the
understandable.
Village, and unfortunately, people from our eastern part of Nigeria, Igbo people too like these village houses. The bigger the better. The bigger the better. It's good to build a house, but what is the point of building all those big houses where you distress yourself for? Most times the houses are locked up 300 days a week, because only Christmas that they go there. If you live abroad, how many of you, since you when you there abroad, Brother Ben, how many times you don't go Nigeria for Christmas?
Me, I've only been to Nigeria twice in my 11 years of being in US.
People go just they build mansions for village.
Auntie,
I don't
Auntie B, you were right. When we were doing our project, my madam was walking like Jackie. At a point, I was telling her something initially that, Madam, take it easy. This project, we know they go there, go live. Now here we they live. No, let's just do it. When I said the way she was walking, it was becoming uncomfortable for me because I'm thinking outside the box. If you go sick or something happen, all this the way we they rush now, nothing will make sense. So at the point, I put her for GR for and say, come. If you dare walk any 16 back to back, you don't party before you know I go set that project. Because I don't know why you are stressing yourself over nothing.
People when they know we get decent house for abroad, Congo they build one mumu village mansion. If you know as that thing, they piss me off.
Exactly, Auntie B. I have to tell her that, babe, calm down. It's like we are handling two projects at the same time. We have a house here, we are paying mortgage, and we are. No, me, I know they walk past my level as I did like this. If you want call me lazy, thank you, you are welcome. I work, I make money. So far, the one where I want save, if they show I they save them, I'm cool. I am not ready. I'm not in competition with anybody. I'm in competition with myself. And I keep telling our people here, all this work. Some people, if you ask them, what is the latest music that people are dancing to now? They don't even know. They don't even know which music was the latest 2-3 years ago, sir, because all they do is work. Some people, when they eventually come to social gathering, the way they conduct themselves, you go come be like say they're from one village, come out. People where they are abroad, because they don't even fit in. They've spent all their time working, and at the end of the day, risking their own health. So it's not worth it. Whenever you have opportunity to learn how to start a passive income side hustle, please take it up. These employers here in abroad, they don't send us. They don't send us at all.
I saw that woman tell me, the person that spoke to me told me, saying I saw they go they call una. They go they call una, someone that can't take shift, they go they beg una because they are looking for people to do their job for them. You serve because now dollar, you go they run, now pounds.
Exactly. Look, Auntie B, one time when I had a Oyibo supervisor at my job, me with the Oyibo woman, we fight. She said no, say she jammed one with a Nigerian guy. Do you know why? This woman will schedule me for overtime without even asking me. So I will be at home on my off day and they will be calling me. Ben, where are you? You are late. What's happening? You don't even tell us you are running late. And I'll be like, running late to where? You are on the schedule. You are working overtime. Then I'll tell them, did I sign up for overtime? Well, your supervisor have you on overtime. And that shit happened like 3 times. Then I walked to her office and I said, why are you scheduling me for overtime and you are pitching me against my nurse managers? Like, why? She said, oh, you know, Nigerians, you guys like to work overtime, so I think I'm doing you a favor. I'm telling you, Auntie B. So I told her, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm a Nigerian, but my own Nigerian, I don't work overtime.
It's different.
The expression in her face was kind of like shock. She couldn't believe it. But I told her, I'm sorry, I don't do overtime. If I want to work overtime, I'll come to you and schedule it. Don't schedule me for overtime. Just because she have it at the back of her mind that Nigerians they can work, they work. No, I don't work like that. I'm in my 40s now. Let me enjoy my life. I've seen people who not reach me. Auntie B, it's a fact, my sister.
No, I've seen people. Another show what I want to do, which I won't even invite you come, Brother Ben. Now another one, because of all this working. So this Sister Uju, God rest her soul. They say her family is in Nigeria. It's even worse for people when their family they for the abroad. You know how many children they go, our black children, when they end up for prison, they go jail because of parental neglect, because mama they work, papa they
God
work.
Bless you, Auntie B.
God
will bless you, Auntie B.
Talk about how African parents are neglecting their children. The streets is raising children. And these children, a lot of our children, were long. Our children are left. No father, no mother. They have parents at home, but they are not involved because everybody is chasing. We are chasing pound sterling. We are chasing what do you call it, Benjamins and all this money. And the children ending up in all sorts of things, going to jail, joining different kind of groups. That's another. It's another social issue one will never even touch.
Auntie B, you are so right. You are so right. The negligence is outrageous here. Some fathers don't even know their kids well.
How would they
Their
know
children don't know
home?
them well because they
The only time
work
you're home is to eat and sleep. You
2-4-7.
are tired. When you come back, you are tired. You are falling asleep. How would you know your children? You don't know them.
No. And for the loneliness part, that one a big deal, Auntie B. Abroad, I have never seen a country with, is it 350 million people now in America? Yet, it's so lonely for everybody. If they talk, say lonely at the top, this one not be at the top. This one are lonely in paradise. Auntie B, America is lonely in paradise.
Oh my God.
Honestly speaking.
Are lonely. You say American lonely. Everywhere
Auntie
lonely.
B. Look, Auntie B, for somebody like me, I wouldn't say America is lonely for me because I'm a social animal. If I catch my cruise anytime, if I don't catch my cruise physically, I go online, they catch cruise 247. But there are people who are not wired like that. There are people who are not wired like that. America is so lonely. Look, when I brought my auntie to the US,
talking like this as a family man. Who not gonna get family? Wait till make it talk. That is not lonely at the top. It's lonely everywhere.
Auntie B, even as a family man too, is still lonely, especially when the kids have grown up and they start having their iPad and phones. They don't get your time again. Do you know sometimes I will call my kid, they know me, that be Yoruba, and they shout, where I go, they go there upstairs. I wish, guys, come down, everybody sit your butt here. We are staying here for the next 2 hours. Make I just they see on ourselves. If you see,
you talk to them, let me tell you something. Teach if they never go Nigeria before, start to tell them about where they come from. Begin to tell them about Ondo. Teach them about your father's fathers, your lineage, everything. They need it because it gives them a sense of identity. Please.
Yeah.
No, just let them put head for phone. They TikTok. I know it's not easy.
In my own way, Auntie B, what I even did is to connect them to my brothers and sisters back home. Like my eldest now, she chats with almost everybody every time. You know, every time they don't do WhatsApp, they chat. In fact, when I finally connected her to one of my assembly, and that one, all these Instagram people. My daughter like it.
A lot of our children are struggling with cultural identity. They don't know where we come from. How many times do they take them go? We don't take them.
Don't.
Like my kids haven't been to Nigeria now for God knows how. Somebody was asking me that they have been. Yeah, they have, but the recollection they have was, I don't know. So they need, if they can't go physically, maybe because we are worried about security and whatever, we don't want to. I know some people still take their children, which is fine, but if they can't go physically, it is very important for parents, especially fathers.
Yes, so
I need to do that work.
No, Auntie B, you hit the nail on the head. Honestly, when I connected my kids to my sister, my brothers, nephews, cousins, everybody, and I thank my wife for supporting me with that because I have to let them understand that look, you only know your mommy's brothers, sisters, or your uncles, everything here because all of them they are US. As for me, I'm the only one here. You don't even know anybody except for my eldest daughter. My eldest daughter who has been to Nigeria like twice.
So Jonas, we're not from here. Where we come from is far, and you need to know where you come from.
My
mother used to say that if you don't know where you are coming from, then you don't know where you are going to. You need to know. Another topic we can't enter, so maybe we'll do that another time.
Yes, and thank you, Auntie B. I just want to tell people, anybody who feel that they are lonely. In fact, I'm working on a project now. I will tell you about it, Auntie B, because this thing, when I saw that girl, that Canada girl, cry. When I saw her video, the thing really touched me, and I feel like, look, this is a big problem, because I can remember there are some companies here in America that they are offering is it virtual friend services. People are actually signing up to have phone pal, someone they can chat, someone they can text.
Yes.
You can Google it. I was shocked, like, really, people are paying to
Of
make
course.
friends,
Yes.
you know. So when I saw that,
even for the elderly, there's a you are there are services that befriend people, because people go their house. It's even worse for the elderly, where they know if you go work again. Do you know if you know go see anybody to talk to during winter? They go their house months, nobody to talk to.
It's
That
crazy.
life is never meant to be like that. Thank you, my dear.
When I saw that Canada girl video, I'm like, no. It be like this, don't they get out of hand? We have to do something
It's
about
a real
it.
thing. Yeah, I see the video. I saw it, and I know exactly what she means. But you know what?
Amen. Thank you, Auntie Big.
All right. Thank you so much, Undo man. Eshe, thank you very much for your contribution. And we are coming to the end of the show now. We got Brad Patrick, who has been patiently waiting, and Natu. Okay, so Brad Patrick first, then Natu. Hello, Brad Patrick.
Yeah, Auntie B.
Good evening, sir.
Well done. No, I wasn't able to join yesterday.
No problem, sir.
I joined late. Yeah,
okay.
You're doing a great job.
Eshe?
Yeah, let me quickly correct Ben. It was Brian that
came yesterday.
No,
yes.
That wasn't me.
They always miss it, because they call you Brad Patrick, Brian. They always miss it, and they say, because people are more familiar with you, Brad Patrick, you are more popular. So Brad Patrick, everybody remembers.
Like the verse you quoted, Psalm 90 verse 12, teach us to number our days.
Yes.
That we may gain a heart of wisdom.
Yes.
Wow. And to be, this, what is happening about people working longer hours is going to continue. Let's just put it that way. With the situation in Nigeria, and even when people are even selling their properties, you can imagine somebody selling their house, to come to Obodo to come and do nothing, see any job or whatever. So the only thing people need is education. I'm not saying going to school per se, but telling them what they can do, especially when you have certain age, when you come to Obodo. But there are some jobs that you cannot do. I've been there.
It's not for the faint-hearted.
Yes, I came in there when I was almost 40. So I know what I'm saying.
Wow.
Yes. It's like I went back to school. Thank God that it's like I started all over again. Even the school I sent my transcript to, they lost my transcripts. So I started all over again, but thank God for where we are now. I was saying it the other day, but in those days when people are coming to Obodooyinbo, he said that they get money, they borrow money from the meeting. Or they sell one a land and they will sit you down and say, this land we sold, please. This is the only yes. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Imagine the scenario. We've sold this land, though. We are banking on you. Go there and make money.
Yes, and it's so rare. People borrow money from meeting then. How much do they sell ticket then as it be? One of my wife friends just moved to Canada. She bought a one-way ticket, 1.2.
Jobaton.
One way. She came in as a student. She can't even bring her family right now. We are not talking of school fee, school fee. So it's hard. When somebody is getting to that 40, you come here and that. What I even tell people, when you are bringing your parents, when they come in there, first thing, let them go for proper medical care.
Benny.
So Auntie B have been there. And these people need knowledge. I'm gonna round up with a simple story. We need wisdom on how to make money. Extra income, like you've always been pushing, you've always been saying that God will prosper us. Let me round up with this story. It's been long. I was doing one night job. We call it in America, co-pay, let the money complete. So I got to my job, my first week, I saw a lady. She's an African from Congo. She's my mate. She said, Patrick, please, can you help me? That she can't drive at night. Yeah, it was snowing heavily then. And it was the daughter that used to come and drop her. That one was in high school. Say, can you please drop me home every morning when we are leaving? And that's okay. I'm going to ask my wife. I don't want to pick you up and people see me as, we see Patrick carrying one lady. You know what I mean?
That's how we know that husband where's Sabi. Just look at that. You said you are going to ask your wife. Hey, Patrick, and the mono me too.
So when I know his wisdom, when I asked my wife, I said, well, it's okay. So, and luckily, this woman was staying very close to me. I would go and pick her. I would drop her. This man said, man, I can't believe you did this to me. So this woman now told her story. She's from Congo. During the war, she just had twins, Auntie B. She just had twins. And when the rebel came, they came to pick her in the hospital with the twins with blood. The husband said they must go with one other girl. She said that she was with blood with 2 kids. The husband was carrying one, she was carrying one, holding the third one. He said that as soon as they got to the rebel, they just, we know you. The husband is a pastor, we know you. As soon as they pass, the people behind them, they spray them. You know what I mean? This woman said he has a supermarket, big one. It was burned down. The husband said, you can't go back. Your business, everything they had was burned down. And to be, where am I going? So when I went to the twins, one of them was driving out to the place to work there. So I went to visit. I met the twins. They're now speaking American. I said, these are the twins. I said, wow, you guys are just finished. They said they just finished high school. And to be, I didn't see this woman. So one day, it was snowing about 10 years after. My wife said, and my daughter went to one store and just called me and was showing me the video. Said they are selling African food, everything. They're a very big store. I said, I'm not buying. We have a lot. He said, they have pando yam. I said, what do you buy? I said, I'm not buying. Auntie B, my wife during the snow now told me that she wants to eat okra. I said, oh my God. Okay, let me go to this African store. Auntie B, as soon as I enter African store, somebody just shouted, this is the man. This is the man. I was scared. He said, this is the man that helped me. Auntie B, this woman owns the biggest store in my city. Are you hearing me, Auntie B?
Yes, I'm hearing you. So she stopped working and started doing business, and you didn't see her again?
I said she owns the biggest store in that city. The store she owned in her country, God now gave her the biggest one in my city.
Right.
This woman said, and you know this man from Congo, they brought some refugee. He was now telling them, this is Patrick. This is the man that helped me. I just keep quiet. I said, God. I said, Mama. He said, this is my store. This is my store. Auntie B, what am I bringing out from there? God is no respecter of person.
Benny.
Somebody that cannot, I repented. I said, God, help me. If you can do this for this woman that cannot speak English,
Benny.
Look at the store he owns. Look at big freezer. We are talking about 10 big freezer, long freezer. When trailers and truck are coming to give you stuff, supply you with stuff, ola, pando yam and all those things. I say, oh my God. He said, this is my store, Patrick. He said, what do I want? I just look. I said, he gave me 2 big juice. I said, I'm not going to pick something. I said, pick anything you want. I said, no, I'm not. Auntie B, what I'm trying to bring out from this is not by working 100 hours. So.
Of course. Yes, so. Not by power, not by might.
I said, this woman that cannot speak English with the school I go to, this man has the biggest store in my city.
Yes. It's not hard work.
So I just say, God, help me.
We need to ask God for the grace and for revelation.
Let me be emphatic to you. It's not everybody that can do business. Yes. But everything is wisdom. Like most people said, you don't have to kill yourself working 100 hours. The work is there. When you pay, the work is going to continue.
Benny.
If you send all your money go to Nigeria, it doesn't problem not go finish. Look after yourself. Use wisdom. Be with your family.
I think that's the most important. That's the most important today. Yeah.
You don't have to build mansion. When you buy, somebody else is going to inherit it. What is wrong with you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So everything is wisdom, Auntie B.
Benny.
And you know, with the weather and everything, loneliness, like we said, it's going to affect you emotionally and everything. You will never remain the same when you move down to obodooyinbo. So
Obodooyinbo it teaches us in different ways.
when you become an empty nester, when the children are all left, it's going to be you and your spouse. So if you have been fighting
yourself,
so there's going to be a rebound. So what do they call it? If you have been fighting before the children, so you need to enjoy your life, travel. Some of us have not even traveled out of America. That we are sending millions home to houses and somebody
we're building mansions in the village.
Yes, mansion in the village. I've got a property somewhere before, Auntie B. When they are put it down, people say, no, Patrick, you are too above this. I have to sell it. I know who I have to sell it. So we need wisdom. God will help us. Look at the case of the lady you just brought. It's not, you know how many Nigerians that died during COVID? There were nurses in America. That died inside their house. And we saw the video. There were nurses working extra hours. It is well, Lord.
Amen.
Thank you for having me. God bless you, my sister.
Amen. Thank you so much, Brother Patrick. Really appreciate you.
Yes.
It's vanity. As much as we want to leave generational wealth, we want to pass it on to the next generation. A wise man lived an inheritance. A wise man or woman also live their life to the fullest. A wise man or woman also enjoy their life. Take breaks. Nobody is saying you should walk around the clock. That's just, we need wisdom. Wisdom is what we need so that we'll be able to navigate these things, because somebody can come now and say, but if I don't work, how am I going to be rich? You've been working. Are you still rich? Are you rich? Not true now. Are you rich? You've been working. Over 30 years you've been working. You are still not rich.
Yep, doing 2 jobs for 30 years.
May God help us. Welcome, my darling. You started laughing when I said that. But
no, it just took me off.
I have to work. If you can be
I think you know what? We'll break this thing.
By now you should be rich. You are still
not. You're still not rich. You're still not rich. See, we're going to break this into. Let's talk about working too much, right? 2 accidents that I've had in this country was because I was working overtime. I was not getting enough sleep. 2, yes, and that one would have been something else, but God just like made it like minor. That both cars were to tail like during the 2 accidents that I had. So one thing I'm gonna say is that it's not sometimes not about working 2 jobs. Upgrade yourself, get a good ass paying job. That's what you need. I tell people all the time. One of my friends like, we need a second. I'm like, I don't need a second job. I need a job that pays well. Every 2 years, you have to evaluate yourself and see what skill have you added to your resume. You have to add something every 2 years, ask for a raise or get a new job. When I was not getting what I want at my other job, what did I do? Upgraded, I moved to a better job. I got almost 75% raise. So we have to, if at our age she's doing CNA, you're doing CNA and you want to live that rich auntie vibe life, like you cannot. If you're a nurse and you're up to 5 years doing nursing and you've not added maybe a master's or something, you're part of the problem too. Because you have to upgrade yourself. Yes, you have to upgrade yourself.
That's why I wouldn't want us to, because we're ending now, so you're my last but not the least caller. I want to talk about matured people, me, in my young age. At my age now, because I'm still very young. I'm a spring chicken.
Of course, yes. Yes, you are.
How can somebody pepper me? I don't know what anybody.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's inferiority complex.
You cannot pepper me with anything.
It's inferiority complex. That's
because
what it is.
It's not about what you have or what you bought with all these material things. It's about the value that you carry as a human being, the totality of who you are.
Yep. And that's why I say it's important to upgrade yourself.
Why do our people, matured women, still allow people to be peppering them because somebody bought a new car? Now you want to go and buy yourself because you need you need to work.
No, it's not even a new car. I have to get a 2023 car.
Go and work on your esteem if you still feel
Yep.
pressured by other people's successes, even though they are faking or buying themselves to afford it just to impress you.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, we don't have to do that. There's no even reason for that. That's what like every Nigerian
We
on
need
this
to come
call.
to a stage in our lives
Yes.
whereby the thing that impresses us now is how people are affecting changes in their generation. What
That's
are you doing
right.
to make this world a better place? I will be
That's right.
impressed.
That's
When
right.
I see, like you did a breast screening thing for foundation that you
For
have in
my
Nigeria
birthday.
the other
Yep.
day. You didn't tell me about it, but
Mm-hmm.
I saw it on social media that you were paying for people to go and have their breast, women in your community to go and screen their breast to know, so that they will
And
not they will
to
not
be,
have
I
that
lost 6
pregnancy.
family members to breast cancer. I've lost 6.
That is the thing that
6.
will impress me, not that you bought a new house or you bought a new car. That's
Oh. Yeah.
grown-up
It,
people are still being impressed by shoe and bag and
mm-hmm.
now wow.
Mm-hmm. Designer
We need to look
clothes.
at ourselves, though. Our
What
values,
what what
Nigerians, our values are so screwed up. Honestly, it makes me sad.
and that's why a lot of people need to be on that
Nigerians
show
is all
yesterday
about
when Brother Ernest was talking.
gathering. We gather. That's what we do. We just gather.
Yeah. Gather for nothing. You just buy and leave. People will now come and be fighting over it.
There's
So
a
what do
reason
you
why God
achieve?
put us in this world. Yeah. And that's why I'm very passionate about, when I talk about, people finding you find your God-given purpose. When
Right.
you find your purpose and you bring value to this world, then you are living your life. It's not
That's
about
right.
it. Yeah, you guys give it up for Natu. Natu is doing, she didn't tell me about it. I just saw it on social media where people are going to go and do screening. No, because now thinking about it now, because that nurse was telling me about how people they're impressing each other, matured old women on social media. You're posting what your children should be doing. Are you okay? Children of 20 in their 20s are buying houses here. You in your old age, you want to come and be doing I pass my neighbor.
Right. Yeah. It's really sad, and the reason why, right? And to be last year, somebody came to me. She had breast cancer, so we helped her. She had a surgery. Wait, I can't even hear myself. I
Go
think
ahead. I'm
network.
hearing you.
Oh, okay. So she did surgery. We helped her. She did chemo. She did surgery, and she's now fine. And I said, "Come on, so this thing is possible, And it pushed me. I was started talking to people like, "Please come and do." Some people are even scared. I don't want to believe that it's free. Do you understand? So now me posting all of those things. Some people are coming to my inbox to tax me, and I told somebody that I didn't have money. He said, "Hey, boy, you are doing foundation." Can you believe that? I said, "You can't pressure
You
me."
just do, what God has led you to do.
I said,
Because
"You can't pressure me."
it's a much needed,
Of
because we know
course.
how the healthcare system is in Nigeria. So forget about people
Yeah.
that are asking you, just ignore them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So honestly, just to round up, right, to be people just we need to upgrade ourselves as Nigerians, especially us in the abroad. Upgrade your skills every 2 years. Do something, add something to your resume that will make you get more pay or get a better job. But doing 2 jobs, you even pay more tax doing 2 jobs than even putting more money in your pocket. So it doesn't help you at the end of the day. Then you'll be drained mentally, emotionally, and then half of the money is going to the government for tax. So what did you achieve in it? You didn't
So
achieve
we're
anything
saying
at the
something
end
the
of the
other day.
day.
I don't know if you made it to that show where we're talking about money, millionaires, where people were saying that I'm trying to force them to be millionaires. And
And to be
had a lot
that
of
day, I was shocked.
Yeah, no, it's not. The shock has been ongoing, but
Oh
I've
my
gone past that
God.
now because the average Nigerian thinks that the reason why they are successful or they have a level of success or wealth is for them. Black people
No,
are generally very selfish. How we think
no.
about it is me, 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 me. The reason
Mm-hmm.
why God wants to bless you is not for you alone.
It's for you to be able to help others.
For you to be able to affect changes in that. Look, Mr. Ibu is there begging on social media. Incidentally, when we did that show the next day, Cynthia and I were talking about it. You know how many things I saw on social media? One woman that was living in a water house. The house is flooded. She and her two
Yes,
children.
I saw that one too.
You see that
One
video?
dirty water.
That is why we are talking about success. It's not for you. It's for that woman. Mr. Ubu lying in hospital in Nigeria, knowing that if you don't have money in Nigeria, you will buy. They said they're going to call his leg. I don't know whether he have diabetes that have not been treated for so long or whatever his situation is. That is why we are talking about success. It's not for you to be buying things and be acquiring material things for yourself. It's about what you can do to make this world a better place.
Yep. But some people are not made up like that. You just want to see it on them.
Because when they want to talk about, the other day they were talking about vaccination for COVID-19 and all of them, you know, our people like conspiracy theory. They will carry on Bill Gates, this, that. Why don't you have your own Bill Gates? Why don't you have our own Bill Gates so that we'll not be carrying conspiracy theory up and down about how Bill Gates wants to wipe Africa out?
Nonsense. Yes. And how many of them have benefited from that Bill Gates stuff? All that free polio that we're getting that time and the rest of
people
them.
do not know. They don't know. They don't even come from our continent. They come to invest and try to help the continent with all the poverty that is sinking. People are literally things that shouldn't be buying people in 2023 are still buying people. So if you are making money today or you are blessed, you trusting God for prosperity or a level of success which goes beyond even the physical cash or money, it's because of, you know,
giving back.
There's too much. There's too much out there in Nigeria. So the people don't have money. They don't treat you. They allow a woman that is in labor. They will say if the husband doesn't bring money, you will not give birth.
Auntie B, don't go far. Auntie B, don't go too far. My cousin was found unconscious last week in his room. He was doing IT in one other state. They took him to the hospital unconscious. The doctor asked for 55,000 before he would attend to him. They brought somebody unconscious to you. You are asking for money first. Wallahi, he didn't touch that boy.
Money, they will not attend to them.
Yes, he did not touch until we did deposit.
So when we are talking about all these things here, it's not for us alone. It's not for our children alone. As much as we want to take care of ourselves, we want to take care of our children, we want to take care of our families. But there is a need. The need is too much out there. So, I mean, I think in submission, I mean, in total, to bring this home now, first of all, let me take your well done for what you are doing. God will bless you.
Thank you so much.
I'm so proud of you. Well done.
Amen, ma. Thank you, ma. Yes, ma.
Yeah.
Yes, ma.
Okay. So we're coming to we've come to the end of the show now. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Like I said, this is not even it's unfortunate what happened to this lady, Uju. A lot of people are listening now. Don't listen to this and just go away and say, "I could come me." What has that got to do with me? Shebi, it's got nothing to do with me. You're talking of Uju. Yesterday was not Uju, today is Uju. Who is it going to be tomorrow? Brother Ben told us about all the funerals he's been attending. Please, let's look after ourselves. All this unhealthy competition, grown-up people still being moved by my friend bought this, me too, I want to. Don't do that to yourself. The Bible says that those that compare themselves to others are not wise. Wise people don't do pepper them. You don't. Because there's too much work to be done for you to have time to be peppering. It's shallow people who are very shallow-minded and they don't know even their word. They don't have value. The only thing they place value on is material things, what money can buy. They are the ones that do that. So if you are working all these hours because you want to pepper them, please, take care of yourself. I pray that the soul of this woman, Uju, will rest in peace. And we've done 2.5 hours today trying to lecture people and to educate and learn from one another. Let's look after ourselves. Your health and well-being first before acquiring anything. And you are not acquiring like this because you can't take it with you. Let's think about working smart instead of working hard. Nobody gets rich from working hard. You go work, you go tire. So the word is enough for the wise. Thank you so much, everybody. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so. And I will see you. I think we are back tomorrow. We still have the show tomorrow is it tomorrow or should we do it Thursday? Okay, let's do it Thursday. I'll move the other show that we're going to do tomorrow, today. I'll move it to Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. Yeah, we'll talk about it, except something else comes up. Subscribe, follow me on Instagram so that you know what I'm up to. My stories, I usually put it up when I have a show that wasn't previously broadcasted. Thank you, everybody. Have a good evening, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. Natu, thank you so much for doing that breast cancer screening for free. Yeah. You said the breast exam is free. If they need, if there's a need for a mammogram, we'll follow up. And if the text is possible, we'll follow up. My cousin who died from breast cancer, it was because of lack of funds. Yeah. God will bless you. Thank you so much. This is what living in purpose means. This is why we attain, we strive for success, is to do things like this. It's not because we want to be trying to impress one another with the size of house and car and all that. It is well. May God bless us. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. Have a good afternoon. Have a good evening. Thanks to all the people that called in, all the people that gave me super chats. I value you. I appreciate you. I love you guys. God bless you. Thank you. Bye.